Everybody alive? All right, too to see y'all. Too to see you. Too to see everybody up there. Some on the sick and shut in. They were here though last week, wasn't they? They gonna get a check if you were here last week. Chelsea. I'm gonna Chelsea on my face. Do it again, say it again. Now she down. I'm just watching. Well, I remember down. The Palmers out there, they were just here last week. Now they on live streaming. Whoa, is that a sign? What's I got? Nita, what you doing? Put some money in your business account? Yeah, exactly. What else we got up there? How young people done so far this week? All 3 days? Shane? How many days? 3. All 3 days? Mike, you don't trust you, such name else. All 3 days? Talia? That's Mother Slick right there. You gotta watch her. I see her. She a can of oil. I see her. Bobby, how many days? All 6 days? All 3 days? Did you see any black kids today? They're there every day, huh? Well, who else I got? Nara, AJ, how y'all do? All 3 days, y'all good? You wasn't good all 3 days, mama? Oh, for 6 days? I don't know what she was. Bunky drunk, how we do? Sober? I try to be anyway. The rest of my kids, how y'all doing? Josiah, you moving kind of slow up there. How many days we got? Josiah. Who else we got while I'm waiting on him? It take that long time. Mike, what y'all think? We still got 3 days? Yeah, we will. How many days? There ain't no 3 days. Now, when it take that long and then the mic, the speaking, yeah, just show me the finger. How many days we had? 2 days? 2 days good, 2 days bad. 2 days good? Okay, we got to do better. Do we know what we need to do? Do we know what we need to do? Okay, we got to get on task. You're losing time. You don't want to do that. Malcolm, how we do? All 3, that's good. 2. Got Tyler. How we doing, Denano? How we doing? Robert, I see you over there. She over there, one. How y'all doing? We got all 3 days? 3 days?
Spring break this week.
I can't hear you. Say what now?
Spring
Oh,
break this week.
oh, no wonder he got a thumb. 3 days good. You at home on spring break. All right, that's all right. Party hardy. Okay. Appreciate it. Kayla, how we do? 3, that's what I'm talking about. And he one of our star students too, right? Do they do dual enrollment up there? Aren't you gonna start taking college courses while you're in high school? Oh, okay, that's all right, all right. We got several of y'all done it. Danny said, yeah, until y'all get a degree, don't talk about it. Danny got a degree when he came out of there. So we got several of these kids that went dual enrollment. Did dual enrollment. Just picking up. We were coming along, man. They was like, I don't even know if they even offered it to people of color. I don't. Do y'all remember them offering that dual enrollment? Yeah. You remember them offering that in juvenile? Jared said they offered juvenile. All right. So who else? Yeah, that's all right. Who else I got? Puffy, how you doing this week? I don't know why Puffy. Puffy a scam artist. I gotta watch him. Courtney, how we do? All 3 days. Any food missing at home? So we check, ain't nothing gonna be missed. And we do like go in there and we do an inventory, because we're keeping up what she been buying. And we go check what she bought and how low it is, and the boys didn't get it. You're not gonna be guilty. That tight, she looking around, they gonna be tight. What y'all think? Courtney wouldn't steal no food with you. Come on, I need another witness. Come on, Courtney steal some food. Courtney. Adam. Don't look at me. Don't eyeball me. Courtney steal some food. It be you, Joker. I'm watching. We found out who the corporate is. Anyway, we appreciate you. Appreciate everything. I want y'all to stay on task. Stay focused, young people. We just talked about. We had a good talk this weekend. Glass, how you do? All 3 days. All right, about time. Well, do good. Trying to mess around. Just make sure everybody on good. Yeti, you did good all 3 days? That's good. Didn't get in no trouble. You did good all 3 days. Shannon, she did good all 3 days. She be in her own world. How you doing, Hadassah? Oh, you got one problem? What happened? She was doing what? You doing what with your work? You were watching a little bit of home. Rushing? Oh, okay. So you slow down, you can get it. Okay. But she recognized what she did. Grace, how we do? That's good. Malachi need him some grace. What he missing today, ain't he? What Malachi at? I ain't seeing him. He ain't in the toilet. I know. No, he can't be on the toilet. You know. Hold on, I don't see Derek in. Derek on the toilet. Y'all come ready. I tell you, I'm on a porta. I'm finna get a porta john. I can't afford them. I'm gonna get y'all and put that Mexican tissue in now. You know, that American tissue, man, y'all got us in the hole. Man, look at that tissue bill. I know where that coming. We're gonna get something. Don't get that cheap to that finger popper. When that middle finger pop through there a couple of times, you'll slow down. That means you need to go home. Y'all know that tissue. Soon as you run out there, you get that look trying to look around and see who's talking. Ain't nobody supposed to be in the stall. Soon as you go wipe, that middle finger pops. You know, that tissue. Gotta go check that nail now. Get to the water. Y'all all right? How many of y'all kids guilty to coming here too regular using the restroom? I can see that. John, you too? You regular coming here like that for real? Not all the time. How many times you fail? You come here 3 times a week, twice on Shabbat. If you had to give a number. Because we're going to start charging y'all at the door. You're going to get like a card swiper. Or we're going to look in your face, we're going to look in your eyes and tell, you know how they got that AI now, it can tell stuff about you. We're going to look in your eyes and tell how many times like you use the bathroom, that's how you going to pay. Perfect, you done. That's too perfect going down, ain't that right? Ain't that right? 2 minutes scandal and 2 minutes tissue. Well, that's how it works. Well, you can expect all that to happen with Puff. I ain't gonna kill a lot of time on that, but all that's gonna be they got to cover that Jeffrey. They got to cover the Jeffrey Epstein thing too. So that's what happened in time when a bunch of white folk finna go down with a big name. And I ain't justifying nothing they did. Go to prison. You guilty, go. I want you under the prison. But the whole thing is too. You know that they always coming to catch up. Whenever it's something with them when they get busted, you coming out. I don't know what these people think about making a deal. You coming down. I don't know what they're thinking. You make a deal with them. Listen, all them topping to the Jeffrey Einstein. Wasn't it Einstein? You don't know his name, so I know he ain't been on that plane. I be like Marion Bell on the plane. I feel like somebody watching me. What's all these cameras? These guys extra free. They didn't want to watch the evidence. These the dumbest criminal I ever seen right here. Ain't that right? They could take a selfie while they robbing the bank. Hold that bag right there. Like, are y'all serious? This called evidence. Oh my, it's bad. I don't know what what you call that? TDJ, he in trouble too, ain't a problem. It'll be bad for everybody. It's just bad. He got Cuba Gooding Jr. Man, he played a couple of good moves. I ain't really trust that no. There's a lot going on with Cuba anyway. I wasn't no big fan of Cuba like that no. He did a couple of moves. He went that. You know what got me when he got that call with what you call it? I think he seen somebody then. A dog pull over. And then nobody asked where did he go when he got that call. Took a little while to get home. Remember, he didn't want to touch that girl either. He lied to dad about having sex with a girl. Was he lying? Y'all don't remember that dude on board? Remember? Remember he told he said, I ain't never been with no woman. He started crying, told her, I lied to my dad, I've been with a girl. And dad should say, you been with a boy? A lot gonna don't go here. How many of y'all women was Jeffrey Dahmer? What that boy name? Same thing. Cuba Dahmer. How many of y'all were fans of this boy? Cuba, yeah. Huh? Boys in the Hood. He did that. And when he cut his leg off of that other movie, that Navy movie. Boy, he told when Robert we hollered at that Joker boy and got him to do that. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. That sheetrock was so messed up on my set that day. That Joker went down and he called up and told Joker to get up and told him what a Navy dive would do. Goodness, boy, that thing that got me. He walked up down that thing. I said, man, cut his leg off to do that movie too. Then he went and got it put back on after that. I said, that's tight right now. I had them for I said, y'all ain't got no stunt doubles around him. Be cutting that what Ronnie Lott should have did. Man, you cut them finger out. People don't even know. How many of y'all kids ain't never heard of Ronnie Lott? Well, I'd be so pissed, man, my finger cut off, man. I come in and show one of y'all face. I guess you be in the moment when you be doing that stuff. I'm like, B.B. King, the thrill is gone, baby. All them players out there, man, y'all better come on. That's that other little light-skinned boy. What's his name? With the little booty twister. Mahomes. Yeah, he got a nice little twist going on. Them boys, they watching you, boy. I see they hit friend out of town. Ho, get that hip straight. Don't do that. He's down there tippy-toe too much like that. Boy, you don't come up in there. He got that thing and that he got that poodling talk. Them boys will hold that. There's a lot of stuff gonna come out of these folks. There's a lot of stuff gonna come out of these fellas, and it's sad that we don't have more men with credibility. Now he probably, I don't want to put that on him. He hadn't, but I'll be honest, and it's like he probably got that album Tupac, All Eyes on You, cause there's a lot of these guys now. Folk watching everybody now. Everybody's suspect now. Well, ain't nobody answering Diddy call. Now everybody shooting no video. Nothing. They had one thing. They showed. Now I had seen some video. I seen one video. He was sitting at a big party. Flavor Flav don't walk. When nobody talk, he just sitting there. He was just stumping his feet back. They were like, if you notice, no one speaking to him. When nobody talk, when nobody, he was sitting up. He just patting his feet, just looking. They wouldn't even look at him. They let you know right there. People looking at. They got to run for the hill. And that was before he got arrested. I see how these people live. Folks will run from you when you're in trouble. You been in there with that man. Don't try to run now. Go on in there and turn yourself in now. I got one time called me. I talked to him on the phone. He would get him to talk to me. I said, now you need to go and tell them. He said, hey, don't. He said, on his phone. No, I said, turn yourself in. You know what he did. I said, go and tell them folks. He said, hey, we can't talk like that on that phone. I knew we couldn't talk like that on that phone. I was trying to tell them, no, them folks needed a hint. I said, you go and tell them folks what you done. No, hey, you gotta stop me. So I know what I was doing. Tell them folk down. That too, man, met with his own daughter. I ain't want to need them folk now. I tell you, go and tell them people you done done. Don't try to tell me you remote. Tell them folk what you done. Drag no child through no foolishness like that. People sick. I don't cover for him. He sold some dope or something. That's him. I let you a pharmacist. Don't sell it to kids. I mean, that's your business. I don't care about them. Honestly, listen, you'll do better. They make these kids wind up killing each other. All they got to do is just put a sign up and put a light on their head and say Walgreens, CBS, all them folks. All them say the same stuff. I don't know why y'all act like y'all folks try. Think about how they make you demonize people. You demonize folks. Nobody demonize them people. Where y'all think these folks get these fentanyl at? Who you know? I don't know one nigga make them look candy. Them niggas can't make Skittles. What they got can make them little color candy like that and do that? You know, gun where this stuff get made at. These folks, they're pharmacy grade stuff. I'm like, you get any one of them guys sitting down and say, show me how you make fentanyl. They don't know how to do it. Somebody process that stuff on. Don't y'all know they train these people how to do this stuff? Don't be stupid. Folks don't know how you cook cocaine. How you think these folks teach you how to do that stuff? Richard Pryor blowed up when he did it in the 80s. We mastermind. It was impossible to blow up. Now, 'cause I wasn't smoking in the house, but it was impossible. See, they folk teaching how to come back and get it better. Then they get out the way. Let me tell you something. People don't want to talk about what them folk? CIA, all them folk. They train these people how to do this stuff and put it out here, because you got to know how to use it. LSD, how y'all think LSD got out here? Never heard. They started in college. Actually, they start with military first. That's why military start. They don't know what they got. We could tell you, he'll tell you all them shots you watch. Them folks don't tell you nothing. All you a soldier, man, walk your behind through and they shoot you. That's how they practice it on military, and it was on white people. Then they put it in colleges. 2 men on start. Them kids were going on top of them camp. They were walking out the top of the building. Then they started trying to pull it back. That's what they do. Once they get it, they get enough people hooked on it. Let me tell you what they did in the 60s, 70s. Ain't Smith was living. Malcolm probably got some of the dates messed up between year 67 and 1967. So it kind of throw them down. Because then you start over, you know what I'm saying? Then you 1, 2. I remember doing that. We were warming up one time in the group. Preacher said, and then Malcolm, he said, hey. I said, what y'all? I said, we're here warming up doing the one. He said, oh, I thought y'all were naming the days of the week. Man, when I started, I'm like, no one. Okay, don't worry. Everybody can't sing. Yeah. First 5 got in. Everybody else, y'all alternate. I can't use everybody. That was a lot of clapping. Can't get a check. That was a lot. Them men, boy, you slap somebody, you going to prison. That man going to prison. Man, that man tell you he gonna slap you, you gotta shoot him. I'm just saying, that's some thick meat. I ain't mad, you ain't mad, 'cause God almighty, man, about that thick. That man had the size of a crab. one of them thick fish. Well, he slap you gonna die. We're gonna talk. I still gotta use this right here. Hello, I still gotta use this. I don't know. Yeah, I can't. Y'all wanna do that? I guess so. Yeah, I do that. I make it work. What I gotta do. I appreciate it. Try to talk with y'all a little bit and try to get away. But on serious notes, which those are too, are just kind of humorous. With Sean Combs, with all these guys, really blame them, but blame their handlers. Blame their handlers. These gangs, these drug dealers on the street, blame them, but blame their handlers. None of these people create this phobia that's out here. They didn't create that. These guys were handled. These guys were groomed, and then they were set loose on their own people. And this is the detriment of what we have now. Look at the people that he victimized. Probably one Caucasian with Justin Bieber. Everybody else, typically his own people, that he was a detriment to. But Justin Bieber got from under them early, according to them. He had one 48-hour stay and never went back. But think about this. People consider him and a lot of themselves. If you had the opportunity, you would sit in this man's house, as big a person he was, and he compromised you with, you think nobody get out, and this is what everybody do. That's how they get you. They seduce you in where everybody's doing it. It don't make it right. And I said it to my young people. Don't want a career so bad you sell yourself and your character. A lot of those guys, even though they getting money, it don't put back what they lost. Because a lot of those people were willing participants. Now they just seen a bigger money day. That's like the other guy, what his name, Lil Ron, whoever. I'm not impressed with his lawsuit. None of that stuff he's saying make no sense. Cause I'm tell you something. First of all, my lawsuit would have been first of all after I got out of prison. Cause once you to touch my penis and touch my leg, we're not finna keep talking about that. We're not finna keep hanging on. So don't get hooked up on all these people trying to, even with Cass. Please, I don't buy none of these people's story. Should he go to jail? Yes. But tell the people the truth. You was a participant. Once you done knocked me out, once I came through, I know what you done. We ain't doing this no more. Why am I still drinking from you? I wake up, my behind hole bleed. Y'all guys finna die. Y'all sitting here skin and grinning with some red crust with some brown stuff on it. Y'all guys finna die. That's it. It don't make sense to keep going back. Nobody can't make me stay nowhere. You ain't got to talk a baseball bat. Let me tell you something. These guys in the right world. These guys ain't been on no street. That stuff don't work. A baseball bat. And I'm getting up my booty and we leaving going. I ain't going. It's too many knives and forks. Airport, man, I'll push you out the airplane. I'm telling you, that emergency door, it'll come open. That's crazy. Some of the stuff these people say don't even make sense. You know, people about it. I'm sorry, I appreciate that, Tim. How you do that? Yeah. Now, they're right here. Oh, got to get this one back here. Turn it down a little bit. Here you go. But this one right here made Janet Jackson pull her breasts out. I ain't got no breath now. I'm trying to keep everything. I don't want that one. Ain't that what she had on when she pulled that thing out? Control, and she lost control. Don't even believe her own teacher. If I don't believe their own teacher, I don't believe their own teacher. Got right there and lost control. But, you know, I say that to just tell y'all how stuff works. They're going to demonize him. They're going to make us hate him. Hate him for not being man enough to break away from the system. Hate him for a lot of ends, but understand how he got in that position. I'm not justifying none of them, but let's just be realistic on a lot of ends. See, they groom our young people. I mean, hate the slave master, but after a while, the slave master stopped whooping you and he trained the house nigga to do it. Okay? He did. See how I did it? And then he beat you bad at anything, and then we hated him and said he was selling out for the white man when in originality, all he was doing what he was trying to do. These people get these people in compromise, just like women, they get them, they compromise these people. The average person is hurting. Like, look at this economy we got. Y'all know why the sex trade can be? Because people not doing well. So what you'll do in order to survive? What you'll do to feed your family? Stop lying to yourself, talking about what you won't do. The average person do it. I ain't gonna do it. I got integrity for what I do, and I appreciate their teaching. I appreciate how I know. Come on, not every exact person. Please don't hold me. Don't be stupid. Tell me, it's always somebody. Not me, nigga. I know you be the main one. The only reason you ain't, cause nobody don't want you anyway. You know it's bad when a sister turn you down. A horny sister. Sister tell you now I'm telling you what hurts you. You gotta fight him. I gotta fight you. I ain't a sister said, man, I'll turn straight if I sleep with you. The fight come with that. I don't want you, but you ain't finna make me look bad now. Isn't that right? Is that something wrong? Is something wrong? Think about it. A sister tell you that. I mean, you gotta fight him. In your friend goes, oh, but then you gotta look. That sister don't want to sleep with you. You thinking, is this a bad thing? But you kind of gotta fight him though now. You know what I'm saying? Cause your friend's looking. Now it's gonna look bad when you try to explain it to other people who ain't that. You talking, yeah, you got, well, man, sister tried to touch you. Nah, what that sister tried you? No, nah, what it do? Man, sister tell me he wouldn't sleep with me. It one of them things that when you fight them, you gotta keep it right there. Don't tell them. Ain't that right? Just say something happened. Let them assume the rest of the story. But you know, everybody got them cameras now. It's gonna come back out. They're probably gonna hit up on their screen. So don't you be no member here now. Cause me and my friend don't tell me, please, you know I'm gonna talk to you, cause you know you don't tell stuff, you'll take the grade. Not everything. I can't do it with everything now. It depends on where we at. If I take you to my favorite restaurant, we sit down, I'm cooking. I'm gonna tell you right there now, all right, now this ain't the crowd now, but you go ahead and tell it. It gonna leak. Y'all all right? How you doing, man? How you doing, man? Some of the man, I didn't know who you thought you was a visitor. I seen the mask. That piling bothering you? Mm-hmm. That's what they said. A lot of folks said, though. Y'all all right? I'm still thinking about that. When you seen that pink coat, what did you say? This is me right here. It was on sale? A gift. You know, sometimes you grab folks in the collar, you say, what you trying to do to me? Not that cute jacket. Y'all get them that blend with you, though. You got to make sure y'all blend. You get them coats, some of them coats. Man, them things make you look so dog, man. I had one, somebody had one. Man, they had that thing. Who that was? Sarah had that coat that time. One, man, that thing, it like they just blending like a Duke's thing. Yeah, some color. Y'all got to know y'all colors. Y'all seen that movie? Colors. 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 I mean, some colors don't, okay. I know some colors don't fit your skin tone. Some folks don't know their color. Like if you dog, please don't put on no bull red. Man, they gonna look bad. Man, gonna like a bleeding turd. I'm telling you, some colors folks, you gotta know your colors. Isn't that right? Some colors, ain't that right? Y'all hear? All right. Y'all, I said, yeah, it's on sale. Y'all better stay away from some of that stuff. Some of them sales will hurt you now. Better find your friends. Y'all all right? Man, then we have a move hard. Yeah, that sounded safe. I said, let's say something. No, I just mess with y'all. But y'all are hard people. I really want us to focus on not putting the hate in other people, but starting to look at where we can start to make adjustments to be better. In all honesty, I sent out some stuff y'all to just look at, kind of see. Because I talk to my people a lot, my young people, and I want to be famous. I want to be an athlete, the whole nine. Every kid want to be. Don't y'all want to be famous? But now what y'all starting to learn is it's a cost to everything you do. And like we're finding out now, like somebody sent out the documentary, the Nickelodeon kids. We sent that out to why how all those kids were ran through and abused sexually. Y'all, let me tell y'all people, y'all young people, keep your integrity. Work on your integrity. Don't want everything. If you can't get it off of your talent or off of your ability, and you gotta do anything other than, hey man, just hold it one time. Just do it one time. It ain't worth it. Walk away. It'll never be one time. Don't. My young daughter, it'll never be one time. Don't believe it. I promise. I swear. Don't believe it. Y'all hear me, young people? It will never be. Your one time will open up the door for the rest of your life. So I tell y'all that from an honest standpoint. Don't trust nobody when it come down to you, and it come down to your you protecting yourself. You got to trust you. Some people, you done, that's stupid. I would have did it, and that's because that's the type of person you are. A lot of things I don't do because that's the type of person I am. Y'all see how many people Y'all see the video about me, how the people telling how I sold out, I compromised? Because that's the type of person I am. I know people will compromise you, people convince you into things, and before you know it, your whole world will spiral. That's him. People don't look at people as much as it is with him. With Puffy, Puffy's a victim. Puffy grew up in a single parent home. His mother is a part of the psyche. You know, when you and your mother that close, y'all can talk like they talk, and you know, my mom look and she fine. Look how my mama look. You gotta be able to handle it. Your mama. When I saw him do that snippet, I knew that's when you pick up something's wrong with that relationship. Why would I be offering my mama out on a video, telling and showing my mama feet, look at them there, mama, look out there, mama, you gotta be able to handle this right here, you know? And you and your mom go to a strip club together, that tells me that his sickness started with her. See, nobody looking at her. You gotta look at who groomed him into it. I'm just being honest. See that people he bears responsibility for what he done, but look at how deep sometimes things go and where a lot of traits come from. That's a sickness when a mother. I mean, man, I take my son to a strip club, let alone my mama. Because there's got to be a divide between father and son at some point. There got to be a divide between mother and daughter. We don't even have that conversation. Hey, mommy, I'm at the strip club. Come with my mama. The conversation, and I'm offering my mom out to men on the internet. How many people on social media? How many sick people on social media? How many people remember your mom's face and see her somewhere and rape them? It's sick people that watch this stuff. So that tells me that his illness is a lot deeper. I did see they were saying how violent he was, and a lot of him, no doubt, trying to fight a lot of things he had to deal with. He's internalized a lot of things. That's why he's so violent toward women and everybody else. A lot of the problems, I wouldn't be surprised if mama had sex with him. His hate for women and what he do to women, she played a part of it. She's definitely played a part of it. They're not going to look at her like that, but she'll be criminal. They'll find her problem. And see, that's what happened. That's why it's so important. I say this to all of us. That's why it's so important for us to put down lines with our kids. I try to tell all the time, y'all, I tell something I told for stop dating them. Get them out from under you. I'm telling you, you can't date them. You got to learn to teach them. I'm going to teach you how a woman conducts herself from a mother standpoint. I ain't your girlfriend. Because I'm telling you, you'll set them up, another woman come along, and y'all got too many similarities in how y'all handle them. That's how a lot of kids get molested. I'm just being honest. You got to teach them what a mother is. Why you think a lot of time a lot of guys go get older women? Because that gap of what they're missing with a mother. So they mistake the relationship for a parent with the relationship sexually, and now you got this kid that kind of has this imbalance. You got what I'm saying? Sometimes you try to watch what happens. Same thing with sometimes women, they marry a man too far. Sometimes it could be an imbalance. She missed something. So she feel like she getting both worlds, but now it's kind of distorted. Oh yeah, I ain't no fool. I know what people doing. I help these clinics. I told you, I go in that clinic. All I need is a baseball bat. I get them folks out of there. I want to see your insurance card. I'm gonna go down there. I'm saying I swipe that card. When I say clear, I'm finna fix it. I'm finna go there's a lot of folks. I'm gonna see if you're really crazy. And when I light that room up, I'm gonna see you try to run out of here. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna put my foot up. So where you going? You supposed to be crazy. How you trying to leave now? But I got that. Once that insurance clear, I know what you need. I need a strap and a baseball bat. I'm gonna find out who it was. We had somebody went here before. Remember, just about remember, they said they were gonna go in the same side. They were gonna get themselves committed, and they were gonna go in there and prove them people went crazy. Man, I laughed up something. I said, you know why they gonna keep you, right? Who know why they gonna keep them? I want them to do it too. I said, do it. I said, do it. I want to see this one, cause I already know why they gonna keep you. These people don't know they gonna test you. These people ain't stupid. They gonna test you. And when that joker test that nut ball, you in now. Which he didn't need to take no test. I could have signed them paper for him. A lot of people wasting time. You don't need to go through all them tests. I can find out what's wrong with you. It don't take long to look at people and say something wrong with you. But you gotta have that clinically, because you gotta have the files and all that. I get a file. Ain't nothing here. I just stack a bunch of papers in there. I said, I know you crazy nigga. Y'all all right? People need to be. How many of y'all need to be diagnosed? I can tell you right now. Who in here ain't sure where they at? Now they know now. No, I know it's some of them wondering. I kind of like it. Seriously? You think I believe all these folks know where they at? Mike, But you need to be on Skid Row somewhere. Yeah, but that joker need on two. He need on two of that monkey. You need to be diagnosed. 3 jackets. You keep looking at that liquor store. I'll give you at least 3 jackets. Because you're going to tear through the first 2. That last, he be tired. Now, Bunky, all right. But I still get you a jacket just to keep you from looking at that liquor store. Is that a liquor store or a restaurant, Bone? Huh? See, that about why he know both. He done distinguished them out. But no, but it's time for us to look at repairing the breaches. In our relationship with Yahuwah, there's a breach. In our relationship with one another, there's a breach. That's why things have become so, I don't want to use chaos because it's kind of one of them. Everything they got almost a Greek word. You can't hardly get a word, but y'all understand what I'm saying. A lot of things are just out of order. And the purpose of him coming was to set things in order. And this is what we lack and this is what we miss. And I think a lot of times our parenting skill have come from groups, association, television. It's just a lot of things they've given us, and we kind of tagged along on these things, kind of tagged them, kept them, and then we kind of processed them into how we operate. And now this is the conclusion of what we have. That's why we got to do things different. Just like them, talking to our young people, y'all been doing better, don't y'all think? So we had a conversation. It was just how you break it down to them. But some of these kids, no doubt, they were finna go ahead and clinically test some of them. They weren't gonna get the paperwork. They're gonna just tell you they need to be in a different class. They were gonna move them toward medication. It's just things need to be explained to them. See, these people don't know how to do everything. They think it takes some pill or some shot to put somebody out to get them to do better. It doesn't take that. Just people need to see a logical way how to do it. If you don't understand it, I don't care how you yell or how much you beat, you can still get the same results. How do we get the change? For real, you do that for real. You young for 5 minutes, then you put your head up down. So all that gas in the air. If it reach up here, I'm going to fall out and die. He trying to play it out now. Try to cover early. Don't wait till after done got out there. Y'all people don't be scared of no gun either and spray. Y'all just sit around here. You get up in the morning at one time too, bro. That thing don't last long, man. Man, all you needed one good hard giggle from your belly, man. You don't hit Turbeville. It don't take nothing to strike Turbeville. And then once you eat, oh my goodness. Man, food taste good. Food stink. They get mixed up in your mouth and swallowed. Food stink. But hey, your breath, boy, woo. Hello? You ever heard of halitosis? It's right under highly pissed off. Some of y'all are highly pissed off. So you be careful. Right, y'all don't be scared. Don't be scared, Jasper. Yeah, we trying to get things together and get everybody on board and work on this salvation thing, especially my young people. I think about y'all all the time. All my young people, I really do. I allow for y'all. Y'all there too, everybody as well. But definitely y'all guys, I'm proud of y'all when I see y'all make those turns. How we doing on manipulating? We doing better? We ain't even start having. Trying to work on not doing it. Think of your answer. What is it? I ain't hear you. What happened? You hadn't? Today? What day did you do it? No days? Okay. It's a gap between reality. So it's a lot of things. We trying to get our kids all situated well, how we all function. We're going to work on it. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it because they think this system can't fix you guys. This system not designed for you. Y'all just think it is. It's designed to make them think that we bad and that they're good. That system is why all them people are victims. That system is why all them people incarcerated because they don't have no plan for them. They'll tell you don't whoop them, don't discipline them. Then they give them. Then when the police get them, they can beat them up. That's why the police fight. See, do that. Remember, your parents can't hit you. They can't discipline. Hit the police too. Talk back to the police and see what they do. See, they say, well, defects will take you away. No, I'm gonna take you and I'm gonna whoop you behind. And when you get to jail, you getting whooped up. I'm so confused how that worked. How that work? They come get a kid because they were disciplined. Then they can beat the brakes out you and shoot and hit you with a stun gun. And we know we need to become police. Now we don't whip your kid. You need to hit them with the taser and with the shoot them in the back when they unarmed. You get less time. I'm just telling you, what they gonna do? What they gonna charge you with? Your kid ain't got no weapon. Your kid was going, they were minding their own business. You shot them. I mean, come on, it's all legal. Did y'all look at that videos I sent y'all of those people coming to church? I sent y'all. They were interviewing those mega people. Y'all didn't watch it, for real. No. Well, that thing was. Don't worry about it. The rest of the people done. Got a seat for you. What that thing ridiculous? Boss, can you put one? Can y'all put just one of them clips up there right quick? Y'all up there. What? I just need y'all just see this. These the smart. This is something. I could never be this smart. So how many of y'all didn't see it? Okay, no trouble. There you go with one at a time. Probably the one I sent and I wrote on that and watched this. That man said, that's cause you be sitting, I'm talking about in an hour. You the main instigator around him. Done rebel rousing. Yeah, let's just put one up here and just let y'all see that right quick. We'll move on. I'm going to talk with y'all and try to get y'all out here because I need to meet with some people. Oh, my goodness. And my clock done died. What time is it? 10 to 7. Who? 6:45. It is 6:45. Oh, that's right. That's me messing up. I thought I was behind. Yeah. Yeah, I stay 5 minutes ahead. I get up at least 30 minutes before the average monkey ever get up. You too. I'll beat you 2 hours for the average nigga. When I get up, I said, that monkey ain't gonna get up for another 30 minutes. 35, because I'm 5 minutes ahead of him. Yeah, I just want y'all to just see that. Just see these people and just see the intelligence. And when I tell you, man, these are the smartest. And these young people, y'all can learn something. Y'all in school playing around. No, some of them. I'm telling you, how many of y'all used to play around in school? I'm going to show you why you need to start paying, why it's good you turn around. Because you'll see what these people beat you out a long time ago. My kids at home, make sure they watching. We got some volume. The mic on. Oh, I don't know.
You've heard the news. Donald Trump is on fire.
Donald Trump, a landslide.
This success has baffled the mainstream media, but it turns out the secret.
And it is real. We're watching a loaded gun on stage, and it could go off at any moment and say, Mexicans are rapists.
Boom. It could say anything.
So there's a dangerous
Mexicans are rapists.
Okay. Theological test. Luckily, there was still time to study.
Y'all kids, if y'all don't get an education, that's going to be y'all. That's only a small part of it. When I tell y'all I watch these people are the dumbest folks I ever seen. Y'all have got this. Why am I so on? All right, y'all got my reverb. Appreciate it. But we'll move on. I just want y'all to see that briefly. These are the people that are going in the poll booths. They tell you about liberal. Y'all listen. That's like a small snippet of these people. When I tell you how dumb these people are, everyone he put, these are the dumbest folks you ever seen. Those are the smartest of the people. Those the best he had. Those are the better. The other ones are one I had on his shirt, and he had on there how many years had everybody on there, how many years to put him in office. I just let you see it and then figure it out. The man argued about his own shirt. He got his own shirt. He don't even know what his own shirt say. So anyway, we'll try to move on. But y'all young people, please get an education. Stay right here and pay attention, all right?
That's right.
All right, they're going to start. Romans 15:4. Appreciate y'all. You need to know what kind of country you live in. But one thing about the Yahudim, we got to establish ourselves.
That's right.
That's what we're doing, too. We're looking to establish ourselves.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is Romans 15:4. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before,
So whatever was written before,
Nikatab Talamadus.
to show us how to do something. To show us or explain. You going to throw some extra? But it's going to cover the reason you're showing it to them in a sense. It's going to be in an explanatory way. So I mean, I understand you want to put explain in there, but just showing it to them in itself is kind of explains it. You know what I'm saying? That's the purpose of kind of show, just another form of example. So that's what he's doing. He's trying to show us how to do something. Listen.
So that through endurance,
So they're going through that time. What y'all gotta be mumbling for? So they're doing what? Going through without quitting. That's right. What you gonna say is? Going through. You eating something? What were you eating? Is your jaw swollen? Probably one of your ears making it hang. Is one of your ears bigger than the other one? Hold up for a minute. Let me see it. Is that ear over there bigger than that one over there? Hey, you ever try to put muffs on them and see which one still stick out? He probably need a ruler. Y'all get a ruler. Sometimes, anybody got a ruler? Anybody got no ruler? We just check it. I'm gonna just check it for you. It's a lot of stuff. People don't be checking people. What happens a lot of times, a lot of these kids keep leaving the hospital when they baby. Nobody ain't checking them. Yeah. They're going to get it. I got one right here. Come on. Let me see. Come on. Come on. Come on, find out. Come on. Let me just see for myself. Cause only way I'm gonna find out anyway. Only the way we got one right here, just. Oh, you know, I thought we got one. Oh, yeah, only the way, y'all. We got everything. We can. Come on, that light right here. Come on, look. Hold your head back a little bit. Do y'all want to find how much the boy? We need to find out. We're gonna find. Let's start on lean back a little bit. Just tad back, lean back just a little bit right now. I'm trying to get accurate. How you put it? You put that little button. Come on, I'm gonna throw my tape measure on. Trying to see where the starting point at. We done ran all past 30. Start fair. I want to be fair to both of you because you got to do it right. That's 30 over there. Lean it back a little bit to the side over toward me. Man, we had 57 inches. Man, look at boy, you see, woo. Y'all didn't see when he came in the hospital when you kept trying to close that door and the ear, and it wouldn't close because the ear kept. I'm going to say right now. I'm gonna get you some. Put a check on the board. I'm trying to get him some cookie dough, and that's gonna be the real test right there. Which way? Hey, you ever gave him some cookie dough? Leave it raw. Just lay it right there and watch how you leave it here. See them things just start like bing, bing, bing. That's a good idea. But you ain't making that. Don't worry. That don't change nothing about who you is. You hear me? It's like the woman told her grandson. He said he ain't had no legs. She told him, "Baby, you just as fast as them other kids." Y'all encourage them kids. Isn't that right? You go out there and you run. But grandmama get you hurt, man. Your grandma get you ran over. Tell her, grandmama, they be just honest. They don't be can. Don't you let them kids discourage you. You fast. You ain't got no leg. Like grandma ain't got no leg. The devil is a liar. So y'all don't let your grandmama make a fool out you. All right, Romans 15. You can hear it? I'm going to call you 3857 because I measure. I know which E is. We are a country where we respect women. Other countries don't do that, but we do it here in America.
that's right.
Isn't that right?
Yes,
all right.
sir.
So we understand whatever written the 4 times written. Show us how to do something so that we through going through without quitting. What else, Chris?
And through the Nakum,
The reward or the comfort of
the Ketubim,
the writing.
we might have Tikva.
So let's look at something. Y'all said Oriel 24 right quick. 24, 48, 24. Let's see something. 24. Give me 24, 48 first. How about that? 24, 48. Now I'll go back. Oriel, they call it Luke. Oriel. Mine went back. Or 24:44. Listen.
He said to them, these are the Dabarim which I spoke to you.
These are the words I spoke unto you
while I was still with you.
while I was still with you.
For every katab about me shall surely be fulfilled.
That
in the
every
Torah.
writing about me shall surely be fulfilled. It say must in the James version. Other one said must. He said shall be fulfilled.
in the
which is
Torah of
completed.
Moshe,
In the Torah, in the directions of Mushah,
and in the Nabaim,
and the Naba'im,
and in the Tahalim.
and the Tahalim. What did he do?
Then he opened their lob to understand the Ketubim.
That's what he did. Then he opened their lobs, their hearts, that they might. Well, I said no. I say he would open their minds. He opened their mind. Lob goes to heart and mind. He'd open their mind. Okay, so they opened their minds that they might understand the Ketuvim. And then said, what did he say?
He said to them, thus it is Katab,
Thus it is written,
and thus it is decreed that the Mashiach shall be afflicted and shall zakar from the moot on the third yom,
and what happened?
and that repentance shall be proclaimed in his Shem, and the forgiveness of Kataim among all the Goyim,
Doing what?
beginning with Jerusalem.
So let me tell you something. How much? Let's see something. While we try to jump over to that 14 verse, same book, 24:14. Y'all burning that up. What you call that stuff? I could taste it. Can y'all tell when I said, good, that stuff down in my chest. I tell you, you hot, humpback. You just sweating. You ain't hot, you just sweating. I guess that's the definition of a cold sweat. It might be the coffee. What did it be the other day when you drinking the coffee? He said, good answer, huh? Just asking. Listen.
They were speaking to each other about all these events. And it came to pass that they were speaking and arguing together. Behold, Yahushua himself approached and halak with them.
That's what he did. Yahushua approached them and he started walking with them.
But their were blocked, and they did not recognize him.
See that? Their wounds were blocked and they did not recognize their sight. Listen.
He said to them, what are these dabarim that you are exchanging with each other as you are halak together on the road?
That's it. Listen.
They stopped in their pani dejected. One of them, whose Shem was Cleophas, answered. He said to him, are you the only one residing in Jerusalem that does not know what has happened within it in these Yamim?
Hey, look, you got to be the only person around here. Don't know what happened. Everybody know about this. And what do you want to know?
He said to them, what is it? And they told him the incident of Yahushua the Nazri, who was a Nabi, mighty in works and in speech, in presence of the Elohim and in presence of all the
What happened?
But our Rosh Kohanim and our Zakanim arrested him for the sentence of a moot and crucified him.
For the sentence of death and crucified him. Listen.
We have hoped, we have Yakal that he would ultimately redeem Yasharal.
That's what they did. We had hoped there was him that was going to redeem Yasharal.
But besides all this, today it has been 3 Yamim since these things happened.
So let's do something. Let's jump over at Matthew chapter 16, verse 11. Let's see if we play with this. Based off what we read from 15:4. That's what we're doing. We're playing out 15:4. All right? I'll shoot that thing from anywhere. I'll jack it up. Shoot the tray out. Shoot the J. Listen. Listen. This is 16:11. Not King James. Listen.
How is it that you do not understand that it was not about Lakam that I said to you?
Well, matter of fact, let's look at this 16:11. Jump up at 16:7.
Yes, sir.
Matthew, they call Matthew. Come on.
They were they were thinking this and that among themselves and said, regarding the Debar, that we did not take Lakam with us. But Yahushua knew, said to them, oh, you a little Amunah, why would you think in your lob that you did not take Lakam with you?
Come on.
Do you not yet understand, nor Zakar, the five loaves of Lacom of the 5,000 anashim, and how many baskets full you picked up. Or the 7 loaves of Lacom, or the 4,000 anashim, and how many large baskets you picked up.
Yes.
How is it that you do not understand that it was not about Lacom that I said to you, guard yourselves from the leavening of the Parshim
Yeah.
and the Kodashim,
Seraphim. Sadducees, like the Sadducees.
Sadducees. Then they understood that he did not tell them to guard from the leavening of the Lacom,
But
rather from the teaching of the Parashim and the Sadducees.
yeah, they kind of got a little understanding about that. Would have got that with the leaven from Misraim. So you said a lot of that played into their workings now. We're telling them to beware of the leaven. They know how they came out. So they looked at a lot of things. It played a part of a discipline they already knew, and that was in their writings. They were supposed to go back and they were supposed to teach it to their children. He told them that their Benin were going to ask them about it. And they were supposed to explain to them what happened. It was in Misraim. And how when they came out with Lacom, but they had no leaven. So they just told them to guard against it, not to have defend against it. He started looking at teaching. That's why I tell y'all a lot of time when watching TV, a lot of stuff you listen to from music, even when y'all got to put stuff, you got to watch it because it agitates. Think about how many of y'all listen to certain things that make you cry. Certain movies, certain songs, because that's what it does, it agitate. So you have to guard against the leaven. These people are geniuses when it comes down to how they use you. You just don't know you're being used and how you're being played. A lot of stuff, I watched that show, King of Queens. Y'all like that? That's one of my favorite shows till one time. Pay attention to them. Pay attention to everything you say. What's his best friend name? Deacon. Deacon on the show is smarter than he is. But everything works out for Dub more than it do for Deacon. Deacon has a wife and he has 2 kids. Every time they come on, they keep talking about Kirby. What's the interesting thing about Kirby? Kirby's gay. Kirby plays with a doll. That's before all this stuff came play. That's James's show now. Yeah, that's his show. The same guy on there. Yeah, that's his show. But notice the show every time. They're always talking about Kirby playing with dolls and Kirby being gay. That's how they work you every time. They introduce it into whose family? Introduce it right in your family. They did an episode one time where Arthur tried to act like he was gay. He acted like he was to try to get people to listen to his story one time, but he actually wasn't. That's how they never act like Kirby acted like he was gay. They showed you Kirby was gay. And they started out Kirby was gay ever since he was small. And you got to ask yourself about the people who allowed their kid to play on their movie. Why would you want your kid to play a gay role at that age? The kid is constantly being called gay. So now you look at the whole film industry been grooming him. Now let's find out where that kid at today. See, that's why I told y'all, I want y'all to watch TV show. I just want you to watch them intelligently. That's all. Pay attention. They work you. Doug is a dumb idiot and stuff will still work out for him. His dad-in-law's an idiot. It always works out. Deacon, on the other hand, as smart as he is and seems smart, it'll never work out for him the way it works out for Doug. Matter of fact, Deacon and his wife divorced. Oh, yeah. Doug and Carrie separated, though. They got back together. Adopted a kid, Chinese kid. And then she got pregnant, had on. It always works out for him. Deacon, on the other hand, didn't work out. A lot of stuff don't work out. See, they do it subconsciously how they get you. Even with Seinfeld, pay attention to it. The whole show about fornicating.
Yep, sure is.
But you know how you don't pay attention to it? Pay attention to their life, how stuff work. Listen, Elena's a really fornicator. She'll sleep with anybody.
Yep.
Ain't that right? George will sleep with anything he can get his hands on.
Yep.
Look at the whole shot. Every time I look around, Jerry's sleeping with somebody.
Yep.
They go back to the line. They put your face, but then let me tell you, and I blasted Martin about him. Martin fornication showed more in your face 'cause he shacked up.
Yeah.
Jerry let him go home.
Yep.
How many of y'all know? Think about it. Nobody looked at it casual like they did with Martin. They was shacking up. Here's a black man shacking up. But he was with the same woman. Jerry ran through multiple.
Yep.
Then cross back over and sleep with Elaine.
Yep.
You never look at it as a harmless show because it's not harmless. White people know how to. That show you. I can feed you a show and make you hate who I want you, and I make you love who you love. Think about it. How many of y'all seen Seinfeld? How many of y'all thought this is the most inappropriate show you ever seen? She said that because her husband got all the series. I would have got him too. But think about that. How many of y'all looked at Martin? Even though you looked at it, didn't look at it though. Martin was really kind of unorthodox to watch. A lot of things he did wasn't right. Nobody did now. Okay. They do, didn't it? But think about it. He didn't sleep around no more than he stayed with Gina. He did at least marry Gina. I ain't justifying it because I don't like the show. But I'm just trying to get you to see how they feed you something. This is why he was trying to tell them, beware of the leaven of the Parashim, the separatists. That's amazing. That's amazing. That was just called Ku Klux Klan. Them people, they separatists. They want to be away from you. He told them to beware of these people. Beware the leaven. Look at, watch what they try to agitate you with. Okay, they'll coerce you with this stuff. Listen, a lot of people, they'll preach out. There's no black preacher tell you they preached out on Seinfeld. I guarantee they preached on Martin. It was easy to see it. He like a buffoon. All his friends was a buffoon. What woman they had on there made look smarter than Jerry? When they had a woman that looked smarter than Jerry? Gina, who looked the smarter, Gina or Martin? Y'all think about your answer. Do y'all need to think about it? That's it. What about his friend? Which one of his friends seem intelligent? Idiots. Let's go with Jerry's friends, idiots. But George had his own place. Mm-hmm. He wasn't never going around how to wait. Where did Kramer work at? They had one show where Kramer finally went back to work. And he had been off for years. He was like, Kramer, but nobody never hollered about him like they did about Tommy. Mm-hmm. He said, nigga, Tommy, where you work at? They made the whole show about Tommy don't have nowhere to work. Mm-hmm. But they never complained about Kramer didn't work. Mm-hmm. Kramer washed your dishes in the tub. How you imagine pay for this apartment? George get fire train job, a lane, failed drug tests, all this stuff. They go. I'm just trying to get you. Now I watched the show. I have, but I watched because I like to see how you really work, man. What I missed. You know, sometimes you say, "Oh man, what I missed." You want somebody to bring you up to speed. There's a lot of stuff you need to be brought up to speed on. They play you. A lot of y'all, since I told y'all, how many of y'all wouldn't watch Martin based off me telling y'all about him sleeping? It didn't make sense. How many of y'all stopped watching it based off of that? They show these folks him like, man, preach don't bother. A lot of these folks don't follow nothing I tell you. No, I'm not surprised. Let me tell you something. A lot of these folks, they're fine. But let me tell you about these people here. I tell them all the time, y'all think I'll be all y'all people with me? No, I know y'all. They ain't y'all. Don't worry. And please don't think I'm gonna hold that against y'all. I'll be like you said. Don't think I'm gonna accuse you to the album. It's a no to accuse you. Cause y'all get in y'all mind, y'all keep going. I try to get y'all to think about what these people do. This is the thing what white people can do that you can't do. White people can put Seinfeld on, and you know what? Seinfeld won't take nothing from their race. Seinfeld ain't gonna make no kid drop out of school. No kid gonna go and shoot up nothing. None of the kids no white kids gonna start selling drugs and say, I started selling drugs from Seinfeld. Your kids. Your kids gonna have dumb friends like Tommy and Cole. Your friends. That's how it typically is. They basically strategize now. A man got to pretty much fight his old lady friend. Because like Martin didn't get along with Gina's friend. They look like we just totally chaotic at all times. And we're going to tell you, based on what he told you, beware of the leaven of these people. See, at one time, the detriment was always these preachers, the religion. But these religions and politicians done got in the bed together. And let me tell y'all something which y'all don't know. Don't y'all know y'all founding father was strictly against church and state? Church and politics. They wanted to divide. They wanted to, look what these politicians always come to now. Do you know they was detrimental? That was detrimental. You know, because Pelotas, you know, he was government. And you know who came in and persuaded the people who asked for him to be taken? The preachers. These people work you. These people work you. These preachers can't preach again. Now the preachers will tell you, man, they don't preach getting no home. I had one time one day, he said, man, I'm telling a man what to put on his hot dog. I said, what happened? I said, we don't listen. I don't know what y'all looking at. All these preachers pretty much in the same boat.
Yep.
Church of God come at you. It don't matter. There's not a standard anymore, people.
Yep.
Ain't no standard with these people. And now y'all drop standards too, because you watch these people, you get in with these people, you get comfortable with these people. Then you got old Tony Smith. He don't want nobody to do nothing. I try to shut you down because I see the detriment of these people.
That's right.
These people don't have no standard out here. They don't. I lost I do because they ain't got no standard. I teach y'all credibility. These folks hate me. Listen, I'm one of the few people got credibility out here. These folks, they ain't got no credibility. They only got credit because the other preachers, other people in the same mess they in, so they can't tell on them. That's not credibility. Isn't that right? That's your little clan you screw around with. These people don't have no credibility. They kind of have no standard. Teaching a young man how he need to conduct themselves, teach a young man how to get out and do things the correct way. You ain't got nobody here teaching these guys that. I ain't gonna say when I say it's not enough of us. Please don't. I don't want because people take what I see here. That y'all heard. There you go. You heard what you want to hear. That's what I said. I ain't got time to get in there. I ain't got time to argue with nobody. But it's very few people that are really putting out a standard and trying to get people as a whole to look at the narrative. Just like those people. When I let y'all watch that, do y'all know why I wanted y'all to watch that as well? Of course, it's funny. I want you to pay attention. What he was trying to show you, and the liberals ain't no better. People are controlled. I told y'all people don't have a free thought. No, they don't have. When you question, you see they couldn't answer. When he asked them, he said, 2 men get married. He said, nasty. He said, no, it's the law in America. They test them to show them that these people are pretty much being led. And you know what they're looking for Donald Trump to do? To come in and put down law and order. Well, law already been established. You needed somebody to come in and change it. Mm-hmm. See, they say stuff, they don't know what they're saying. Remember the lady told you? That's not a woman's job. I agree with it. I think a man should be better suited for it. But at the same time, he told her, he said, her reason why, she said, women start war. He said, well, haven't all the war been started by men? And she said, she never even thought of it, because you know what she said? She said what people told her. Mm-hmm. She heard, listen, man, people water cooler talk. They ain't got no real conversation. You question people, I said, what does that mean? Watch it. They said, like a lot of them got stuck. That's why I want you to watch. I want you to laugh. I want you to see how many people don't think. And this is the thing you got to watch with him. He purposely picked them. That show you being picked. Why he didn't show you one where he picked somebody and they can answer everything? Right. What you think his narrative was? His narrative is, pay attention, he's a Democrat. He wanted to pick, all the videos he showed you were people that couldn't answer, reply he could use. So now, guess when he showed you the mask, so guess what you say? All of them are dumb. See, guess what? You're doing the same thing I just told you about. You being led. I don't believe that. He just showed you some people. People different. People got different reasons why they pick and why they like it. But they'll use those couple of people to program you that everybody like Trump is an idiot. You see? That's why I want you to watch. When I tell you to watch something, I always got more than one agenda. I'm a thinker. And I don't have to sit like this all day either. I'm a thinker. You can sit up straight. Do that too much, the blood run to one side, you probably gonna come up with a bad idea. Sit up straight so the blood can flow. So I try to get y'all to look at things. There's a purpose of why he told you to watch them. Let's see what happened. Let's finish up reading. How about that? Yeah, 16 still. We at verse what? 10?
Verse 13.
Verse 13?
Yes,
all right,
sir.
come on.
And it came about when Yahushua came into the region of Kassim of Philippos, he asked his Talmudim, saying,
What do you want to know?
who do the Bani of Anashim say about me?
Mm-hmm.
Who is he, the Ben of Adam?
What happened?
And they said, some say he is Yehukanan, the immerser, and some say All Yahu, and others say Yirmiyahu, or one of the Nabi.
What happened?
And he said to them, but as for you, who do you say about me?
Yes.
Who am I?
Mm-hmm.
Cuff answered and said, you are the Mashiach, the Ben of the Kai Elohim.
The living Elohim.
And he answered and
The
said to
living
him,
supreme ruler.
Barak are you, Shimon bar Yonah,
Born of Yonah.
for Basar and Dam did not reveal this to you,
Mm-hmm. Flesh and blood.
but Abi, who is in the Shamayim.
Why?
And I also say to you that you are Cuff, and upon this sewer I shall build my assembly,
On the stone.
and the gates of
rock.
Sheol shall not overpower it.
And what happened?
I shall give you the keys of the Malkuth of the Shamayim,
They unlocked the door. Come
and
on.
whatever you forbid on the Arats
What's going to happen?
shall be forbidden in the Shamaim.
That's what he told him.
And whatever you permit on the Arats shall be permitted in the Shamaim.
Remit,
Permitted.
permitted. Okay,
Yes,
whatever
sir.
you allow. Makes sense for his name, don't it, Cuff? To allow, stone, allow. His name makes sense. I gave you a name that's fitting for what service. Think about it. Whatever you allow. If you retain, it's kind of hard because Yahuwah talking about hardening his heart against us. Like a stone. So the name Cuff makes no sense. His name should have been lovable, something laughable. You see why it makes sense? Because I just told you to remit whatever you allow. The man's name fits his service. That's why I gave it to him. Listen.
Then he commanded his Talmudim that they must not tell
He'll
anyone
mark them. They must not tell anyone.
that he was the Mashiach.
Yes.
From that time on, Yahushua began to tell his Talmudim that he needed to go to Jerusalem
He needed to go to Jerusalem.
and to suffer much from the hands of the Zakanim and
From
the Rosh Kohanim
And the Rosh Kohanim.
and the scribes,
And the
and to
scribes.
be killed,
And be
would
killed.
surely Zakar on the third yom.
And surely Zakar, he was going to surely rise the third yom. Uh-huh.
Cuff took him
What's
and
that?
began to reprimand
Zarak,
him,
what did he say?
saying,
Zakar, no, Zarak. Zakar is Ramad,
Zarak.
remember.
yes,
How you did that?
I'm a human.
You're a white man.
That is true.
Don't you ever disrespect us like that. We don't make mistakes.
Yes, sir.
And them black ears heard them, let them hear something different. You know, I used to have a black friend one time, me and Bobby. I had was my friend one time, a black kid. Yeah, I grew up with him one time, black kid. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Cuff took him and began to reprimand him,
That's
saying,
fine. That's fine. And the reason we went on here because there's some things we need to see. Jump on right quick at Barashit. They call it Barashit in the beginning. Let's look at 3 and 3. 3 and 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Barashit. Three and 3. Let's see. All right, listen.
But from the pari of the ox, which is in the middle of the gun, Elohim has said, you shall not eat from it nor touch it,
Why?
lest you moot.
Lest you die.
The Nakash said to the Isha, you surely shall not moot.
You won't die.
For Elohim knows that in the yom you eat from it, your shall be opened, and you shall be like Elohim, knowing Tub and Rosha.
That's what he said.
When the Isha saw that the ox was tube for food, and that it was a delight to her and that the ox was desirable to make one kakma,
Wow.
she took from its pari and ate. And she gave also to her husband with her, and he ate.
Yeah.
Then the of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked.
That's right. They knew they weren't covered. That's what he let them know. So back up to 24th chapter, book of Oriel. Oriel, they call Luke, chapter 24. Drop down to verse, let me see verse 30.
Sir.
Listen.
And it came to pass,
What happened?
when he reclined with them, he took the lakam,
Hold, stop your phone. Barak it, broke it, cut off. Barak it, broke it. Put your mic back on. And so when he sat there, when he reclined, he was sitting back. What happened?
he took the lakam, barak it, broke it, and he gave it to them.
And what happened?
Then their were opened, and they recognized him. But he turned aside and
That's
passed.
fine. Oh, go ahead. And what happened?
He turned aside and passed from their
That's what they did. What happened?
They said to one another,
What did they say?
were our lobs not burning within us,
That's what it happened.
as he spoke to us on the road and interpreted the Ketubim to us?
That's what it did. So now this is why we kind of came and look at. See, do y'all remember what it was written before time? What was it written for? It was important for them to learn it. That's why he was going over and they wrote it down because they need to know it. See, in 24 and 14, that's what they were going back over and they met him on the road. See the writing, but the reason why I had to come, because the writing's going to tell you something that's going to kind of have you in despair. That's why when he told Cuff about he had to go to Jerusalem, what's going to happen? What Cuff do? He said, that's the
Reprimanded.
book.
Reprimanded.
That's right. That's right. Because I don't see no comfort in that. See, what was written the fourth time, written for our learning.
Right.
That we through what with that?
Patience.
Endurance. It meaning what? Don't quit. Yeah, they'll quit. Even him, he'll quit. See, that's why he came back in. He started explaining to them when he came back to them. He went back over it again with the writing. He was trying to show them exactly how the writing worked. The writing put him in despair. They put him in despair when they heard it. Even Cobb. He said, "I got to go to Jerusalem so I can go up and be delivered from the Zakanim and the Kohanim, and I'm gonna be killed." So they're thinking, what kind of foolishness is this? What kind of stuff is this? So, but some had to be written before time, so it'd be for their learning. But see, when they saw him on the road, you remember what happened to them? What happened reading they couldn't see him? They were hoping, and that because of information. See, the only thing can't see what got them to it was information. See, even with them, even when the coach told them, he gave them information before they ate. That's what he did. When they told you their heart burnt, you remember they said, "Didn't our heart burn? We were eating." They said, "Well, man, that's gas." No. I know about that. Right now, they ain't invented Rolaids and Tom, but later on, and what was he doing?
Interpreting.
And we opened the scripture. So that's how I know it's opening their minds and not their hearts. Their minds had, he's causing them, remember, their eyes were holding because they had the information. See, this is what I'm trying to get to. Kind of over your head, probably. Okay. How the writing is set up and the writing design. 15:4 gives us such a base, bigger than what y'all guys really look at. Y'all look at just 15:4, go every time we read it, some kind of comes in and trigger points for you, okay? So whatever was written the fourth time was written for your life. It was written for a reason. That was something had to be helped. You know, if she just went and ate it, she didn't just go and eat that fruit. She ate the pari because he told her what the pari do. Y'all know what? That's what it did. That's what happened. And that's why when she ate it, their minds were open. He told, and you know how he said they ain't know nothing then, didn't he? They knew. They knew the difference, right and wrong. That's what them people knew. When they sat down after he explained it to them, they sat down to eat. They knew. They knew at that point. They knew. They understood now how the script. Then he went back and you know what he did them? And 24:44, he said, and these are the words I spoke to you too. Why with you? That all things must be fulfilled. Written in the Torah direction. You need a certain direction. You had to be in a certain direction. That's what I'm trying to help y'all out. It's all directional. That's how you got to pay attention. It's a direction to everything. When you look at Torah, y'all look at law. I look at instructions and directions. You know what he told Mushak when he was up on the top? See that you do all things. He said, read it like it say. That don't make sense. He said, you see that you do all things after the pattern. I gave him law. I gave him direction. I gave him instructions. That's why he came to kill him, because you didn't follow instructions. See, you see something different. So all this happens through the writing. That's why he wants you to pay attention to whatever written the fourth time, what written for, because it gives you direction and it gives you instructions. That's how it's a law. Anytime you and Peter go against it, you broke the law. But see, when you don't understand what you've done, how do you know you commit sin? You don't even know how to stop committing because you don't know what you're doing. That's why. What you think when Moshe came out? Moshe sat up there and he heard him. Did Moshe hear him when he was out there? When he was up on top of the heart. I'm trying to think, did he hear him? These folks look at me saying, I don't know, it's scaring me. I don't know where I'm at. Of course he did. I ain't trying to trip you. He heard him. And then he came down. He did it. He obeyed every exact thing he told him. He needed to make sure I understand. So I gave you instructions and directions. Where you supposed to go? Now he could have went and talked to Pharaoh's cousin. Why not? I told her, I know exactly what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. You like a fool to go talk to somebody else. Y'all will do it though. And you don't wonder why. And it impedes on your growth. Because y'all do stuff opposite of what I tell you to do and you don't follow it. Let me see. Instructions and direction. That's going to be law for you. Oh yeah, there's a lot of y'all here. You know, but preaching ain't really that. Say you always keep trying to rationalize or marginalize where you mess up. You rationalize your inconsistency. You marginalize your faults. Because I give y'all things to do for it. This is what y'all look at. Let me see. If I do something and I don't get it wrong, what y'all call me? Right. Okay. I can take that. So what you supposed to do to right? Somebody talk louder. And what you supposed to do? You're supposed to behold it. He said, enter that man in shalom. You know how watch out. You don't know why stuff don't go right for you, do you? Because y'all always got your own way you do stuff. You don't pay attention to nothing. What would the purpose of telling you that? The marking and behold it. He said, enter that man in shalom. But y'all can't. See, what do you measure yourself against? I told you, what I teach, this is what I live. This is what I do. I ain't doing something different. I don't teach this or something different. This is what I do. But again, preacher got the way he do stuff. You got the way you do stuff. And that's why it work out for you. And that's what he told you. See, this is what you look at. I'm telling you, do y'all want a piece of knowledge that most people don't know? It's more than one way to skin a cat. Why am I skinning a cat? I have no need to skin a cat, but it's a nice. How many of y'all have you that heard people use that? And you really, they just basically what they trying to tell you. But what's the logic? Which way do you skin a cat? Because there's more than one way to do things. Why would he tell you this? And this how the work, the bar work. What did he tell you to do when it come in all these different ways? And do what? So I'm asking, do you know what I just asked? What's all the way to skin them? I asked you what's the right way to skin the cat. And none of them can tell you. So let's leave the cat alone. Okay? Oprah? Isn't that right? Oprah said, I know how to do it. You just die right in. I know. No, Oprah, not this time. That's one way. Oprah said, you just die right in. So now, this is what we look at. See, people give us saying, and you know what he told you to do too? He told you to avoid fables. These people, think about it. Folks, how many people have used that saying before about skinning the cat? Or heard people, and you ain't never refuted, like, hold on, because you say, I understand what they mean. But what's the right way? You see what I'm saying? This is where we get thrown, because people tell you things, because now they just open you up for, think about it. Why did I just tell you that? Because I just got you to consent to, there ain't necessarily a right way to do nothing. Why would I tell you that? So if Lee started at the belly and I started at the back, who wrong? Jessica started at the side. Stasha started at the tail. Hayward started, who wrong? So now when I see two men together, now when I see a 40-something-year-old woman with an 8-year-old boy that's her husband, don't forget now, it's more than one way to skin a cat. See, this is how they indoctrinate you into things. This is why you guys accept things, because you don't learn to question. People tell you something, and because you've heard it for so long, you never really looked at the logic. Logic, what we talk about logic was. My young people, don't know. My young people, do y'all remember what logic is? Just be honest if you don't know. You don't know. So can we look up logic? Am I boring y'all? No, but what I try to do with the Connie Yahuwah, Fabian Yahuwah, is to get you to think. Like my young people, they be thinking, they be out thinking me. I'm gonna help them. I can help them. They think that's fine. And every Makai said, yeah, he said, I ain't never try to manipulate. Most of them do that. But I can help all my young people. Y'all know how hard y'all. Y'all hear me preaching your con. They're like, you think they're gonna throw me off how I feel about you because you got 138 and 157 ear? Man, no. They ain't finna change how I feel about you. I'm gonna laugh. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna present it to some friends of mine. You know how sometimes you have think tanks where y'all done seen that stuff. You have think tank. You put in a think tank and see what the people say. And I'm gonna see what my friends think when I put in a think tank. He got a 37 ear and a 54 somewhere in that. Yeah, what is that? Shots fired. That's what I'm thinking too. But no, he good. He know how hard. This reasoning. Can we look at what reasoning is? I think reason be kind of considering. I'm thinking. It's kind of when you consider something. Reasoning is the act of thinking about something in a logical, sensible way. That's what I want you to think about reasoning. The act of thinking about something in a logical way. When you think of something and you use logic, because let me think, I can think about because let me think about that. People say reasoning. I'm thinking about raping a woman or raping a man. Which one logical? Exactly. That's why I want you to don't let nobody fool you, okay? Because people fool you with stupid stuff. Don't let anybody fool you at that point neither, based off of our law. That's why you have law. Law comes in and it gives you a rationalization to look at why certain things not even practical conversation. but hold on, but I'm reasoning. What's off? What's off? Logic. Pay attention. My young people, what's off? When you hear people decide between something, I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna blow up something or shoot up a bunch of people. Oh man, you're reasoning. No, you're not. You're not logical. Y'all got it? I want y'all to don't let people put you off. Don't let anybody send you off on no long gun. Y'all hear me? I want you to be a thinker. The act of thinking about something in a logical, sensible way. Y'all got it? So then we'll go back and let's look at again what we was looking at. Logic. Let's look at logic. We're looking at logic. Logical. You got the suffix on here. That's how you got the colon. We're gonna look at logic debate. Let's get down to what logic is. Reasoning conducted or assessed according to a principles of validity. Okay, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at, first of all, that's why we look at this is how they came up to choose Yahushua. Our principles come through by our teachings. Okay, that's how I live my life, off of our teachings. Okay, based on our teaching, that helps me in my decision making, because I have to kind of weigh everything, because we use a scale, so I got to weigh something. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say, well, where this is a light matter. This is a little heavier. So then I start looking at our principles of how to do things. So sometimes when we look at our reasoning, weigh it. These are all things we use. These are strict principles. This is how they did things. If I'm not sure about something, well, let's put it on the scale. Then we'll come up with a conclusive reasoning or a conclusive answer on which one is heavier. Y'all got it? Which one has more merit to it versus which one is really nothing. It's not even a loss. Got it? So when you consider salvation, which is the heavier matter, you consider the word, you really ain't lost nothing. But you got to be able to weigh that based off some other people now. I mean, the world is everything. So it's going to be heavier for them when it comes down to them caring for it or want to operate in it. But based upon our principles, all right? These are codes. That's all. These are codes. Like people go to code books. That's all these are. These are principles. I'm looking at I want to put it. They said, well, when you go to code, it gives you the principles. These are the principles right here to let you know how you build and how you construct. These are things you want to consider when you're making decisions. So you want to know if you don't know what our strict principles are, guess what your decision going to be? Huh? Logic? No, it's not going to be logical. It's going to be what we call impractical. It's not going to be practical, okay? So in order for us to come up with the right answer to keep from committing sin, you got to first know what are the principles, okay? So let's say that 5 and 7 book of Abba. Now this is all we doing, all that based off of Romans 15:4. Romans 15, that makes sense to y'all? Now, y'all do know now we got to report back to the diocese what we teaching. Uh-oh. Look at that. I heard that thing rattle. It rattled. Who was that? Who that was? Now ain't nobody rattled. Man, that thing was rattling around their chest. I thought somebody had a bunch of beer cans. Who that was? It sounded like it came out that wrong. Was out the hallway? That what they saying? Oh, yeah, it sounded like she got about 15 empty beer can dragged behind a little car. Are you gonna live? Somebody said, Well, we're going in that pocket. I tell you that now. We ain't all the way where we need to be. Then I said, we still got to come up. Ain't that right? We going in that pocket. And twin, you better not tell. Now, come on. You good? Good to see you, Axel. How do you know? Now you look 30. Right. Come on. All right, listen, this 5 and 7. Who been?
In the Yamim of his Basar.
5 and 11. 5 and 10. I'm sorry, 5 and 10. We could have probably read that too. Well, go ahead. Since we're there, go ahead. I'm changing to 10, but go ahead. It don't matter. It's all the same word. That's what brought me here. Somebody put it. It worked though. I just pushed it in there. Go. All right, listen. 5 and 7. Who in the days
Of his basar,
of his flesh?
he offered up halal and supplications with great sayak and with tears before the one that is able to save him from moot.
That's what he did. Who in the days of his basar, when he was in the flesh? Old preacher need to read for him. He called it the flush. He was in the flush. He wasn't in the toilet though. So this what happened. And he wasn't playing spades there in the flush. You know what I'm saying? A flush. Yeah. What's really bad, I'm trying to figure when these kids start playing poker. Cause you shouldn't have know what I was talking about. I knew several of y'all was a little gamblers. So all right, so who in the days of his flesh, when he did what now?
He offered up halal and supplication
So he offered up palau, his supplication.
with great
That
sayak.
supplication is kind of like, I think almost like an honest prayer, supplication. When they put it, that's a little difference in the day. In the days of his flesh, he offered up palau, but the different palau is just, all prayer meaning. When people say you need to pray, man, who knew what prayer? How many of y'all knew what prayer was? That meant close your eye. You know how we just do stuff. All it means is asking. They said, man, you need to pray. You know, okay, you didn't know you're asking. So you know how dangerous it is you doing something you don't know. Did you know the book said that you are worthy of death when you do something you don't know what it is? Because you don't have the ability. Okay, to show you now how, let me get this. And you know how to go get Romans in the first chapter, probably about 26, 27, I think 29, probably the last verse. He'll tell you one of the things you're worthy of is without understanding. He said these are worthy of death. Everybody going to preach on a homosexual. He talked about people being implacable, which means you hard to please. I got him in him. You know the book say you worthy of death because it's hard to please you. Okay, I'm trying to help y'all. He says, that's one word, implacable. It means hard to appease. He said you worthy of death. So you talking about that homosexual. He looking at, I'm going to kill you too. Everybody go, because when they knew God, they didn't glorify that God. He said, well, you don't know, you're doing the same thing they're doing. And he done gave you over because of a vile effect, because he's looking at it's hard to please you. Okay, that's all right. A lot of y'all in here, listen, a lot of stuff y'all got folk marred for because you're elementary in how you think. It's easy to see the drunk. It's easy to see the homosexual. It's easy to see the fornicator. Easy to see the adulterer. Why you don't see yourself? You are implacable people. You hard to please. So at that point, he said, these people are worthy of death. Okay. All right. So now, the reason why we're looking at who in the days of his basar, he offered up palau and supplicated. That was more honest about it. With great sayak and with tears before the one that is able to So you know what? You won't do that. You don't do it in the supplication. You see, if you look in the book of Acts of Shalakim, and 1 in 19 that Yahushua went up, it said these all continue with him in palau and supplication. See, the people more honest. Why y'all think the rock came on them? They weren't just in there praying. They took a more earnest heed on it. In the book of Abarim, they called Hebrew. He told you therefore we had to get a more serious state of mind. More serious. That's what they did. They gave a more serious state of mind to the things they had. Especially when he told them they was a fool, because I told you this before. I've been telling you this the whole thing. What they thought then? Man, let me help y'all why y'all failure come in there, okay? You don't see I keep telling you the same thing because you keep doing the same thing because you don't take the more earnest heed. You don't. I'm telling you, that's what. Think about it. For him to say, "I've been telling you this the whole time I've been with you." That wouldn't insult none of y'all. It don't, because nothing insults you. You can't be insulted because you just like you're on that pathway. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a bad path, but I'm trying to turn you. You're well, I need to put bits in your mouth, but it ain't gonna work. I'll be honest, it's not gonna work for the average of y'all. So I want to kill them a lot of time on it. Let me just say the people I can save. That's pretty much what I'm about to move to with y'all. I work hard to try to save all y'all, but make no mistake, ain't but so many y'all are gonna be able to save. Y'all want the truth, right? I'm not gonna be able to save all y'all. I'm not gonna be able to save y'all. Get out too much, and see what these people looked at when they got out. At this point, he done got up, and then what he going back over? You know what you didn't hear them say? Man, it's the first time I heard that. You know, they really had to look and be like, man, this really make her look stupid. Because he did tell us this. You know what I'm saying? That it's a must. He went right there. Thus, it's a must. It's a must. I got to suffer. That I got to die. But I'm gonna Zarok. I'm going to rise again. Because he's a simulation to the actual Shamash. The sun does not coom. What you call it doesn't coom in the morning. That is a rock. It does not coom. He's symbolic to the sun. So he's letting you know he's going to Zerach. Y'all got it. So these are things you need to look at, you need to consider. And the reason why you got it, because you guys don't take the more earnest heed to the things you heard. Lest at any time, slip, drift. Yeah, they gonna call it, I like slip. You're gonna drift. And that's what happens. You know, people say, that's not, don't want to know. I did it. You ain't gonna believe why. Yeah. Get why? Because they ain't taking the most serious. No, you said I'm drifting. See, y'all kind of behaving, but why? So the police pull a person over, they see a person weaving. They get them out. They say, you drunk. That's what they tell them. Because of what they saw. They would never do that. I know what I seen you do, but I need to find out why. I didn't know if it's an illicit drug or it could be alcohol. See, knowing they drift ain't helping me. I know I need to try to get them to figure out why you drifted. And I already know why, because you ain't take the most serious earnest heed. So I only had to go, I already know why. Because it, so when you drift off, why do you think you drift off? To the things like they did. That's what they try to bring them back to. That's why when they pull out, you'll find these all continue in palau and supplication. See, that's a difference. See, you didn't hear that with them before that. Let's see that right quick. See that X of the Charlotte King. See that, stop and give me 111. We'll just run, let's just see. See, pay attention to things. Pay attention to things, all right? I want y'all to just pay attention. I want you to pay attention to how things are written. Listen, 111, Acts of the Charlotte King. Listen.
They also said, Anashim of the Galil, why do you stand looking into the Shamayim? This Yahushua, who has been taken up from you into the Shamayim, shall come in the same Darak as you saw him go into the Shamayim.
Know what he gonna do? Mm-hmm.
They returned and went to Jerusalem from the Har being called the Har of Hazathim, which is near Jerusalem, as the Darak of a Shabbat domain.
Mm-hmm.
When they came to the city, they went up to the upper room where they were staying, that is, Cuff and Yeuchanan and Jacob and Andre, Philippos and Tomah, Bartholomew and Matthiyahu, Jacob the man of
Andrew, he said Andre. Oh, okay. Go ahead. They don't tell what that man did. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah. I was just reading what they.
No, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
No, they don't.
Jacob the being.
I wasn't talking about you. I'm trying to get right. These people put so much stuff up. They can't trust these people, everything. Go ahead.
Jacob the ben of Caliphe and Shimon the Canaan, and Yehuda the ben of Jacob. All these were continuing together with one lob in Palal and in supplication. They were the Nashim with Marim, the aim of Yahushua, and with his aim, and with his Aki.
This is what you look at in 24:4. I moved y'all, and I strategically moved you around the 24th chapter book of Oriel for a reading to pay attention, because he talked to them 24:22 and taught them about old fools and slow of law to believe all that he spoke. And then he sat them down to eat them, and then he came in, he talked to them, and then when he talked to them at 24:44, he went back over the writers, and then he told you he did something that was a little different. Open their understanding so they might understand what they was reading. They understood the writings. This is why they were more honest than Palau. Go find when they was in supplication before that. You can't do it. That's why a lot of y'all don't. That's why a lot of y'all can't progress. You digress, because you don't understand. Your understanding is closed. See, this is what some of y'all do. You've already kind of channeled me in a spot in your life, like in your mind has a unique ability where what it'll take serious, what it acknowledge, and what it'll follow, what it ignore, and it learns how to pick out what it'll take. And that's what you've done with me, and that's gonna be your fall. Just trying to help you out. That'll be your fall. But you're going to see it. Everything I tell y'all ain't going to see it, because I've been known to get a lot of stuff wrong. But what you'll do, just pay attention. This will be another thing I get wrong too. You're going to fall. Because what you've done, you placed me up against your logic. You didn't place me up against the principles, strict principles. See, because they did what I was just trying to explain. They're saying, that's how I'm doing the same thing. I'm right. You're using your, like the man I told you, your thoughts not his thoughts. Because you don't have the same principles. Neither are your mind. So why am I saying there's so many ways to scare a cat? Let's go with the way he said he got. Since that search, I just start really looking when people say stuff. Well, we talking, I came with the cat thing. A lot of stuff just like, why you accept, it's a lot of things, why you accept that conversation? Because you accept other things too. You just don't know. People induce you with stuff. Let me tell you something. Any women here had a baby? Women? How many of them didn't have them on their own? They'll know exactly what I'm asking for. Why I'm asking, how did you have it? Induced. It wasn't coming for them fast enough, so they induced it. They caused it to happen. They caused it to happen as though it was natural. That's what they said. Don't you know the book said that when the fullness of time would come? Because they looked at their calendar. Don't you know we kept saying when Yahushua was supposed to come? And guess what happened? When the fullness of time came, that's when he sent his men. But people go there and say, well, it need to come out now, and what you do, you wind up putting stress on the child. How is it everything is a season except for when the child born? Because they always try to push and put something outside of an order. See, a strict principle, when you follow the principles show you how things. We were talking about with the farming. I said, it's a lot of things we got to make sure they do. I'm telling you, it's a lot of things I just wouldn't do. I wouldn't do it for a reason. When it don't come up, it don't change nothing. It just make me examine. See, how you want Yahuwah to talk, you want him to come and lay on your bedside and talk to you. First, he ain't going to come out because you slob and your pillow stink. That's one thing. That's for me. Because he can smell, it's a stench coming in the nostril. You know, hey, you, he's, whoa, whoa. So that's out. Secondly, it don't make sense to set up in Barashit when he Barak created. It didn't make sense to put ox up there, ox down here, and then me come do all this talking. It didn't make sense for me to use a man and then you come do all this talking. See, it don't make sense. It made it much sense as pick up when Pharaoh came down when y'all saw when he came down, he sat down and he started taking the rule back. Pick that up and pick it up for him. When he would come out there and he would talk to the people and tell them stuff. That didn't make no sense to set Joseph up there. And when they tried to come to him, it's people tell. See, I don't even pray to Yahushua. Really, just go to the Father. He said, and that's that. And so you got a book telling you when they tried to go to Pharaoh, and then they tried to go to Myrene, and I just go straight to Yahuwah. I got people here that do it. They just gonna lie and say they don't, because they don't know. Because guess what happened? It's strict principles. Strict principles. And this is why you guys make you tell me, I want to try to stop saying it. I'm gonna help you out so you just know, because you don't follow principles. Okay, strict principles. Why you think he was killing those people? Because it was strict principles. Pick up sticks on Shabbat. These strict principles. What's gonna happen? Because out of nowhere, when the ox, when it started to fall over, what the man do? When he saw the top, and what he do? Strict principle. I told everybody don't touch it. I told him not to touch it. So now your logic is based off of the strict principles. Obey them that had a rule over you and submit your, because that they might do it with Shusha and not with, for that's unprofitable for him. And the reason you don't do it, because you don't assign to strict principles. That's why a lot of y'all want the truth, you're a sinner. I already know what your problem is. You're a sinner because you don't understand what the rules are. These are strict rules. And you logic in your, he throwing at me. Am I really throwing at you or am I hitting? Because you don't see, that's why he told you, that's why he told him you do error. What then? That's why he told you you're going to error, because that's your principles.
That's right.
See, the reason why you messing up, because if I don't know the Ketuvim, guess what I don't know? I don't know the writer, which means I don't know the order. I don't know the direction.
That's right.
I don't know the instruction. So why wouldn't I be doing wrong?
Right.
But then he said, pray to me, and then you'll get it.
Nope.
I will give you pastors according to my law, feed you knowledge and Do you know what he did? While he sat down with them and he reclined, he fed them.
Right.
Because they told you, didn't they law burn with them while he spoke with them by the way?
Yes.
This just extra. He broke that. He said, this just extra. Because I'm going to feed you with now. You know what they said when they ate it? Then they burned with them while he spoke to them by the way and opened up. And so I fed you dinner. Huh? I
Yeah.
fed you dinner. They're not smart enough to catch it.
Yeah.
Because they'll make me, they fight. This is, several y'all do that. Y'all make me y'all fight. That's why you don't win. I want to keep fighting nobody and losing. I got to win. And they still go back. It's like, you losing, though. You ain't winning. It's like, why you keep doing it? You're not winning. Let me tell you, so I told Dave that. Dave, you remember what I told you I was going to do? Them need that check, too. I told I was gonna get rid of y'all. I said a lot of y'all gonna get rid of y'all. I said I had something I'll finish up. If it finna be closed, I was getting rid of several of y'all. Oh, I was getting rid of a good bit of y'all. You just had no idea. You was set for the slaughter. I was getting rid of you. I'm very calculated what I'm doing. Several of y'all finna be gone. Oh yeah, it was done. It wasn't even no talking about it. It was done. You were gonna want to talk. I wasn't gonna do no talking. I was good. I had settled myself what I'm gonna do. Yahuwah had recome on y'all. He had recall on y'all. Because I'm telling you where I'm at. I don't have time to go back and forth with y'all. I don't have time to play. Listen, one time, one shot, one kill. Don't you remember that? Hey, what you said? One shot, one kill. They'll be playing, we get ready to go. He's like, come on. He don't like, he said, all right, come on, one shot, one kill. Like, what? He drag them back every time. Folks walk out, they be like, he said, come on, one shot, one kill. That means he gonna shoot one time. Soon as the head will hit, he gonna walk out and leave you. That's why I don't play and cut the light off. And you know how long it take the light to come on, you just sitting that dog pissed. And you cut that thing, like, man, get in, they light off, he ain't gonna come back on no time. Don't get pulled in. He said, man, because see, y'all don't understand these are principles. Everything we're doing, these are principles. This is how y'all messing up. I'm telling you, it's strict principles. And you miss it. Oh, what, obey, when, I'm trying to think when you supposed to obey them. Obey them, have them, mark them. When you feel like it's something, that's what you want to use. Unlike preacher. But not on the other stuff. I'm trying to think how that work. How you get the in and out with preacher. How you get the obey when it's something you want to do. This how y'all mess up. This your fault. I'm trying to help y'all out. This y'all fault on that screen. Like I'm telling you, y'all gonna see. I don't know why y'all think. Listen, I'm very strategic. Y'all just don't know it. I'm real a businessman. Y'all just don't know it. I just look like I can't help this stupid face. Like I said, but things sure get me in trouble. They have no idea. I'm very strategic. And y'all make a lot of bad calls. Y'all do a lot of tries I wouldn't try. Y'all do a lot of tries I wouldn't try, and you ain't good. I told you, when I catch you, you ain't good. I'm rusty. I shouldn't catch you. But I catch him. It's like, whew. So that's bad. He let me catch, it's bad, because I ain't even looking for it. You just pop up right there. I said, that's bad. It's bad business. When I tell you not to do something, believe when I tell you to do it. Follow and see how it works. This is your sin. This is why it's your sin. This was bad for you, okay? If it worked out for you that what I said wasn't, it wound up being better because you did what you did. You don't know you've been set up. You don't even know you've been set up. I already know it. You've been set up. But they'll tell you, they ain't seen it happen yet. The only reason it work out for you, he got another setup for you. He done already divided you from us for a reason too. He done cut you off. I'm trying to help y'all out, man. Listen, I know I make a lot of bad decisions. So if I was you, I wouldn't pay no attention to nothing I say either. And I mean, I screw up a lot. So unlike you guys, you're impeccable. You like white people. When you go to the bathroom, it's like flowers. But me, regular old stink. And I miscalculate, I misguide. I be out so much, sometimes I be saying, what am I? I be like, how they keep letting me sit up here? Why don't they let this be your seat? And they put me out there with them. You know, I be thinking like, why am I doing, I shouldn't be up here. Because you have it together, and it makes so much sense. Let me see, you're ornery, you're grumpy, you are non-cooperative, you can't follow direction. I'm trying to be more like you. Because I see the profit in it. He's constantly rewarding you. It's like, you know I'm saying this to really make you look dumber, right?
Right.
And you know they're thinking, Preacher, eyes coming open. So you ain't even getting no better. So at that point, you ain't even getting no better. It's just, you just studied declining. So I try to help y'all to realize it for a reason. There's a reason why he set things up the way he said it. A lot of times I try to tell y'all to do stuff. Trust me on that. I know I'm unorthodox. I'm not educated. I know. Oh, preacher just said that. Preacher's so smart. I'm really not. I can't read and write. It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't know what I'm doing. If I was y'all with them degrees you got, man, I'll start my own synagogue. Cause don't wait I keep following nobody like that. It don't make sense because you just got so much intelligence. It's like you have like intelligence. And like with what you got, think about it. It's gotten you this far now. When you look and see your success rate, you like, you ain't missed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why wouldn't you stay with that working plan? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you're not missing. Every time you calling that thing, every time you own it, it's like, why would you let me occupy and hold up this seat? The guy can't read, he can't write. He say some stuff. Some of the words he use are laughable. And he has the nerve to try to teach you something. The man is crazy. I'm talking to the stool. You much too smart to let somebody do this to you. This is insulting your intelligence. You can clearly come here and get this and take these people way on somewhere. We can't even use that word, but you can take them and they can go. They can do it. Stop being stupid. Because I'm trying to get you, and I teach y'all what I teach you, because I want y'all to know. This is how the science, it's a science, which is a process. When you talk about process, that's actually a scientific. Most people don't, that's a scientific word. Am I correct? Process. Most of them, how many of y'all didn't know that? They thought it went with cheese. Don't worry about it. That's you fine though, because it helps you. When you ever hear people talking about their processing, they don't understand. This is actually a scientific. It's actually scientific. There's a science to it, and people don't know. They just say stuff. People say, "What you processing?" They don't know what they're saying. But I mean, it ain't about arguing about words, because I don't know them anyway. So what you do? You trying to sound and look at. If you want to get it right, logic. I like. Okay, these are what we're trying to weigh and trying to find out what's the balance. Like people said, you need to have a balance. That's how he let you see what, like, when he said, okay, I set before you life. Let's go with that. Death. Baraka. Allah. Now, you choose by keeping yourself in the middle where you don't turn aside. See, the life and the Baraka come with the straight, narrow path. Okay? That's what he's trying to say. He's trying to show you the balance in what you're trying to do, okay? You're trying to look at how you ought to, what is that again? Halal, that's right. Because I've given you these things, and the way to walk is the straight way, okay? You want to go the straight way, okay? It's narrow for a reason, because when something's narrow, then you have to start looking at, he told you not to do something in the 13th chapter book of Romans, 13 and probably about 17. Anybody what he told you not to do? Something not to do? Something not to do. Based off of narrow. Okay. Don't worry about it. I want trying to get, he told you to not make provisions for the flesh. You know what provisions are? Those are things you'll take. Like people go camping. You know what they'll call that stuff? Provision, or go when they in the military. What are those things, the backpack? What y'all having now? Provisions. And if you trying to go through a narrow path, that's why he don't want you to see, because these folk, they can't, it's science. It's a science to it. It's a science to it, processing. That's why I don't want you to take it. Because then you're going to make provision to the flesh. And you know what you're going to do when you do that? So if I take water, what I'm going to do? Pour it out. Don't be stupid. If I take food, what I'm going to do? Stop. If I take a change of clothes, what I'm going to do? If I got a hole, what I'm going to do? If I got some dope, what I'm going to do? How y'all come up with that? How y'all process that? Because they're provisions. See, default, they can't process. That's why I took, because the way is straight and it's narrow. It's narrow. You can't get in with that stuff. A lot of my people, they're trying to hold on to stuff. That's why you can't get in, because the way narrow. And when it's narrow, it's a lot of stuff you got to get rid of. It's a lot of stuff you can't have. It's a lot of action, attributes you can have because it's narrow. Certain thought process you can't, it's narrow. Certain acts you can have. All those provisions. Why you got them?
Right.
You know, you ever picked you probably never heard it before. I use an example. Just say, one of the kids, I'm gonna take Yasha with me, right? And he kind of upset. I'm gonna take him with me. I'm gonna just make up somebody, well, leave that attitude at home. Probably never heard something like that. You probably never heard that before. Why would they probably tell you that? And not only it's gonna come up if you bring it with you, it's gonna be a problem. You ever heard somebody say, right, leave that at home? Sometimes you take your kid to school, your kid got to say, leave that at home. Why? Because they're gonna wind up coming back up. Why you think you would let that happen while we had the conversation? Because you got some stuff and it keep coming back up. See, when Yasharal, when Yahuwah came down to Mizraim, I'm trying to let y'all go. When he came down to Mizraim, he came down to do a couple of things. Do anybody know what it was? Well, that's the main thing. When he established himself, he established himself by how? Anybody got an idea? By whose songs? Signs and wonders. But I mean, that's one thing. But what was his competition? Pharaoh and the gods of Mizraim. That was his competition. That's why he kept denoting the fact that who he was. Yeah, because in order to do it, I had to get me fame on somebody. I got to get me fame on somebody. Yeah, that's his claim to fame. That's why he kept saying. Then he came back. He said, "That's not how people gonna know me. They gonna know me because they gonna know I'm the one that brought you out from all of the different realms. Because now I'm coming to execute against all of them. That's how I'm gonna get my fame." See, he was just the bad man at the time. He said, "But it's a lot of these guys come up, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna execute against every one of them, so everybody gonna know. I execute against all the gods of the land, not just him." And see, he had a problem because Yasharal kept picking him back up. You should have left it, but you reminded him of somebody. Recall. She brought her daddy God, so because Yasharal still managed to pull the stuff back up later. See, recall when she left out when Yaakov left out that Layla, when he still away that day, that night. When did we come out of Mizraim? She had the gods among us. You ain't gonna believe it. The gods among us. The gods are among us. That's how you guys can do what you do. You'll lie about it, but you're sitting on it. That was his end to execute against him. But see, this is why he told her, because you know why she did it? She made provision for the flesh. So it's very important for you guys to not to look at me as an enemy, except for against your acts. I'm not the guy to do you harm. I'm the guy to do you help. And in doing that, I had to come against a lot of things. We all came in, we heard. How many of y'all struggle with fornication, adultery, smoking, drinking? So these are the different acts I had to come against. But then we moved past, those are elementary. Dear Watson. So now we start let's move into actions. Because once we got rid of, really, you ready for save. I ain't no drunk, no light, no cigarette smoker, no midnight rammer. Yeah, but you hold stuff in your heart. I mean, don't we all do something, though, and fall short of the glory? So he started moving us. See, once we get to a certain point, we've gotten there, he's starting to mature us in our teaching. To now where we're really starting to dissect things and look at things a little differently. Seeing how not understand what things say makes a difference on your performance. It makes a difference on your performance because I really don't understand what you asked me. I can recite it. You give me a word. Somebody give me a word. I don't know. Give me a word. Give me a word. You figure I don't know. Somebody say a word you probably figure I wouldn't know. I mean, it's fine. Anti-disestablishment. Anti-disestablishment terrorism. So you can see I know what it is because I just recited it. And that's what we've been doing. You've just been reciting. And because you've been able to call it back, you've been thinking you had the answer and you haven't. You hadn't understood that anti is against. Okay? When something is established, it's setting. Okay? And there are acts that you'll use to impede against it. So there are a lot of things you start looking at that you don't know. You just recite things out, and that's what it is. So these are things that we try to come back now. We're trying to correct. We're trying to look at that baby there sound like a cat. I heard a cat do that years ago. Can a cat cook?
That's right.
Can a cat clean? So now, I really want us to look at how we can be better, and the way we are moving is actually in a better direction. Because now we're really kind of taking our time instead of just kind of skipping over things. We're looking at things and trying to look at the full value of it. That's important too. See, they had to know the value too. They had to know how much a homer was. They had to know all these different equations. Because when he started putting value on behaviors, then they understood that whether or not it validated or not. Just like when he came along when our father and them, they testified that how their sin, as for their sins, they knew them because they were validating the acts he had done against them. But in order for them to do that, you do know what you did, right? So he needed to make sure they knew that. Like cry loud, spare not, lift up your voice like a Torah, and show my people and the house of Jacob. So that way, now if they know what it is when I come and I execute against what they're going to say? The devil is busy. But that's what you say. That's what your mama and them say. Why you can't ever find anybody saying how the devil show your bit? Devil busy. You say that when you don't know. So he got me here to do what? And the house of Jacob, Kataim. So when he come and when he started to vex you and he started to put things against you, you will know it's him. But you still stupid. You still saying, I don't say devil, I say Satan. I know. Satan on the attack. I know. So this is the detriment of where you at. Not understanding strict rules, not understanding strict principles, not understanding logic, not understanding how to be logical. Okay, not looking at what's practical. Okay, like when Ali, when Shamuel told him all that Yahuwah told him, and he said, "Man, the God I serve is a mighty God." And when he said, "Is who?" He said, "Is Yahuwah." Why? He understood the strict principles. Let's understand it. Like what he's saying. Let's go, because people say that. This is how the mind works. The mind wants a simple way to get around something. Well, that's based on what you said. He knew because Yahuwah told him. Well, I don't know because Yahuwah ain't told me. I don't know because I don't know strict principles. When he told him what he told him, it was based off the principles. When I made my berith with you, I made a berith with you, and those are strict principles. And I made it known to you that if you transgress these principles, that I was going to put an end to you where I started. And the logic, what we say, the Lord told him, that's it. That's your answer. Versus, now, what did this teach me? This teaches Tony Smith how important it is to stay with the strict principles and to know the strict principles. Y'all got it? Now, I'm trying to finish y'all up here. 5, so I can get y'all. I need to talk soon. 5, we was at 5, 7, 8. What we left at 8, 9. Abarim, they call Hebrews. I'm still, y'all ain't gonna believe it. Every now and then I count on it. Don't count on it all the time. Every now and then I count on what I'm doing. It's not like consistent where I can do it a lot, but every now and then I shoot in the dark and hit. Listen.
Still at 5 and 7.
5 and 7.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
Who being in the yamim of his basar,
being the days of his flesh,
he offered up halal and supplications with great sayak and with tears before the one that is able to save him from moot.
See look where it put him at. So what you think it take to get you in a more serious manner? Listen.
And he was Shama because of his piety.
And he was heard. Come on.
Although he was a being, yet learned his answer is to Shama.
You hear that? Although he was a being, what he do?
Yet learned his answer is to Shama.
So give me a hand. What you get? What you gather? Or give me a hand who didn't gather. Okay, tell me what you got. What you gather? Shamuel. So what is he trying to tell me about? What you tell me about Shamuel? When he came back and he told him that servant here at thee. So how was he chastised? So he wasn't a son. So this is what you learn. You fine. This is what I teach. This is what I do. All right. He reach, I teach. So that's what we do. He was reaching, and I'm a teacher. So now what you look at, what you pay attention to. Listen what he told you. He started telling you about in the days of his flesh, okay? He started telling you about these things and his suffering and how he was hurt. But he told you now he went and referenced him back, because we're dealing with flesh. I'm going to talk to you about a son. Now, what does a father do with a son? Chase. And what's the purpose of chastising him? To get him to hear. He's telling you, listen to him again. Let's see what read again, son. It's 5 and 8.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
Although he was a being,
Although he was a son,
yet learned his answer is to Shammah.
that's what he learned it was for him to hear. That's what a child's supposed to do to a father. He's supposed to hear it. Y'all got it? That's what supposed to do, because he represents him in the flesh. What am I going to put him against, a spirit? I don't know what a spirit son does with a spirit father. I know what a fleshly son does to a fleshly father. So I'm telling you, he was in the flesh. Although Elohim is a ruach, he was showing us the reference. The whole purpose with him was to hear intelligently. Like, therefore, we ought to get him more earnest. So what's the purpose of chastising you? Because he's trying to show you the reference, or you a son. And I'm the Abba. That don't make sense to keep telling you I'm the Abba unless I chasing you. That goes with rearing a child. I have to chasing you. But then what you do, the devil busy. He working. And then where did it put him at? Wow. How many of y'all here a parent? How many of y'all feel good your child says, yeah, the devil busy, and talking about you? You said, well, I mean, ain't that fine. How you feel? You don't tell him that the devil is a liar. Talking about you, though, when he said the devil. So where did it put you at? Know what he told you? He said, I raised up men that don't even know me. The ox and the Kamor, him, but Yasharal, they don't even do what?
Consider.
They don't have the logic. They don't have the strict principle. They don't be. See, they had the logic. They'll weigh and know who's doing this. They would know the rod in the Assyrian hand.
Mine.
That's my indignation. So why would a rod be whipping Yasharal? Because he my son. That's what I told Pharaoh. And he missed that. So now when he get chastised like you do, why else would it be? Because he hates you. He was trying to teach you. He still kept his order toward him. You still got it. What you do when you whoop your child? Okay, let me do. So hypothetically, Asa, go outside. I whoop Asa for going outside. Then he going back outside. Why not he been chasing? So he can go on outside. He done got the whooping for it. Now he still got to come inside. And he still got to do what I told him. And I we just whoop him and then let them keep going, because they don't whoop them. So now it's kind of a dispel on what they're supposed to do. Purpose of trying to get you still got to hear. Nothing changed because I whoop you ain't off the hand. You still got to hear. You still got to follow. Since I got whooping for it, I figured I've been checked. Now I can come and finish doing what I'm doing. But guess what? That's how you think. That's how you operate. Come get this seat. I ain't got no bed with this. Come on get this thing. My stupid self. Because you been for this. I'm killing time. You got the same problem. You the one got the same problem. You can't follow leadership. You can't do nothing you told to do. In your mind, you think you do, but you really don't. You're implacable. That's right, hard to please. That's a lot going on. And you know who told him about that? Yahushua. He said, where until shall I liken you to? He said, you like children sitting in the marketplace. And we piped unto you. And we lamented you. But wisdom. And you know, Yehuda said in his letter before he ended. He said, to the only wise Elohim. That's what he said. He said, to the only wise Elohim. So when I see you not doing what I tell, what you think I'm weighing? What you think I'm trying to process? Who in here think I'm trying to process it? He said, yeah, I'm gonna get a check from you. Why am I not trying to process it? Like they saying, after they saying, I know them too. I know y'all. This probably ain't gonna be your best that you like, but you need to hear this.
That's right.
Let me finish this up right quick for you. Because I really wanted verse 11, but we went to 7. My boss said, this is why you went back to 7. Because these people think they smarter than me. Not me, him. He said, I'm telling y'all something, this is social. Let me tell you something. Anytime y'all feel like y'all smart, this really genuine, okay? To show you how dumb you are, he took the dumbest that he has. Y'all got me? The absolute dumbest he have and put them over you. Now, what that say about your intelligence? And this the part that don't let that insult you. And let me teach you and give you understanding.
That's right. That's right.
Go figure that one. I'm trying to help y'all out now. Go ahead, you think about that. Who else could do that now? And I'm telling you I'm telling you I can't read. I'm telling you I can't do it. And it's for every y'all still, you know they said preacher be tripping. He said, I'm just showing him that. I wouldn't try to cross him again. It ain't gonna work. Because he done already crossed you. He put a mark on you, I'm telling you. Come on, finish this up right quick so I can get him out of here. Come on.
And after that being made Tamim,
See that? So the reason why the devil beating on you, what is it now? Why is the devil beating on you? So when did he get perfect? The chastisement. So what is the purpose of your chastisement? You were told that the chastisement of our shalom was on him. He was made perfect. And you such a dummy. You lack so much that you come up and contemplate in your mind that this ain't right and this ain't working with me. I don't make sense. Why I'm trying Woo, boy. Woo. You dangerous. You dangerous. Go figure. Yep. Listen.
he became the author of Elam's salvation unto all those obeying him.
Author, responsible for. Like Abraham. Yeah, he's the author of Amunah. He allowed him to construct it, gave it to him. He accounted that to him. And now he became the author, not of confusion, but of eternal salvation. Showing us what? When you follow the strict patterns that he set, when you use the logic that he gave you, okay? When you make sure they're based off of some principles, strict principles, and you follow these things to the core and you willing to take the correction they give you, that gets you salvation. Mm-hmm. You know, he said after that you suffer a while. What happened? I'm trying to think when Yahushua got there for them 10 minutes. What happened when he got into it? For a space of a whole day. Mm-hmm. Suffered a while, make you. It's tight. It's tight. Listen, y'all doing a great job, though. Y'all doing a great. Listen, man, y'all gonna vote and get y'all somebody else. Why y'all let me keep holding y'all up? Y'all scare me. Y'all know what? Look around the room. Do y'all know if people in here that feel like they actually do a better job with this? Oh, then okay. Yeah, I got y'all. You know they gonna lie themselves and say, I ain't never say that. I just know I know some stuff. I know. That's different. Oh, it is. It's just it's human. Michael Jackson, tell them that is human nature. Why? I don't know why. Why y'all do it that way? Oh, yeah. Y'all need to stop it. It's dangerous. Now, I'm trying to tell you, the people messed up before. When he tried to tell them about picking the son of Ali, he told the people chose who they wanted. He said they reject me.
Yep.
I was setting them up over you.
That's
but
right.
these folks, I'm trying to tell you. These folks, they'll take somebody ain't their brother and put them over.
Yep.
I know they're looking at that. See, we got a black man. No, he said, who is my mother, my brother, but them that do the will. See, they get it.
That's right.
That's why I got a black preacher, because you're, do they say, dead. That's idiot. That's it.
Right.
Idiot. Because they ran straight out. He said, you supposed to have a brother over you. No, he just, see, they miss, he told you. Who did it? My mother, my brother, my sister.
That's right.
The one that do the whip, that's, he said, is my mother, my brother, my, but you heard, see, they heard brother. Black. See, your mind trapped. They trapped. Listen.
Kara to him of the Elohim, a Rosh Kahan,
Call of him a Rosh Kohan.
according to the order of Malak Sadiq,
Listen.
concerning whom we have much to say.
See that? And see now why now they wouldn't have called him that down here on the lawn. He's called after order Melchizedek, Melchizedek, because of why? Sadiq, why? We put him back the way he was. Pay attention to the 17th chapter of the book of Yuchanan. You know his Palau start I went. He started talking. He said he wanted to go back the way it was before. So that'll put him back. When we gonna start that day? And when he got up, you know what he told the people? He lived. I live forever. So that's the problem. That's why you got to go now and put him out of this order.
That's right.
He already been on the horizon work. We got to go after this order. He come back. He got to sit in the seat of Daoud.
That's right.
That's a difference. Y'all got to remember, he told him he wasn't going to fail a man and son to see the Daoud.
That's right.
So the lineage, that's why the flesh, you told that same Yahushua coming back. I know, they ain't got no better sense to look. He got a rule. So he got to cover himself on their end. And you're going to set him up as a male, then you're going to set him as a Kohan after order Melchizedek. Because now we got to go back to when he started. That's why these people can't think. In the book of Mashli, the 8th chapter, he told you when Yahuwah possessed me. So when he said, I want to go back before all it was, he's saying back before these people started counting. Because they don't have a time stamp when he started. You got to put a time stamp on Elohim. He said, I can't have one brought up with him.
Right.
And now that he live, he don't die no more. What that mean? There's no end in the days. So it couldn't be a Kohan after no order down here. These guys die. That's why they kept changing the seat, because people die. But now you can put him in the seat of Melchizedek for the fact that now you can't put me back. Because I told him he want to go back, and he want to restore back with it. You're putting me back to where I don't have a start date. And I don't have an ending. That's why you're going to look at the order. Hello? You gotta look at who gonna be entreating for you. If the man die, who gonna entreat for you? They ain't gonna make sense to put him up there if the man gonna die. Then we right back to where we started. We gotta keep having another change. So now we say the reason why you set him up in that order, why he put it's practical. You gotta look at the logic in what he's asking. Because you said that this man was going to be an eternal sacrifice, an offering forever. Then who's going to offer him? If he's going to be dying. So we got to get somebody that ever lived for an eternal sacrifice. What kind of person you get to offer eternal sacrifice? Somebody that's eternal. Okay, listen.
Concerning whom we have much to say, and it is hard to explain to you in the Debar, since your ears are heavy.
See that, door? That what y'all do that to y'all door too. Listen to him. Listen.
For under which is according to many Yamim you deserve to be teachers.
See
now you are glad that you return, and they shall teach you the first principles of the Dabarim of
You talking about
Elohim.
all the many days of teaching. Now you glad to come back so you can be taught again. What y'all think Yahushua did when he sat down when he got out out of Kubal? Huh? What were their first possession? They were teachers. See, y'all see that quick. Y'all got better think. You got better associate. Remember, he set them out in the 10th chapter. And said they had needed one, which be the what? Strict rules. Strict rule. These guys just gone out. You don't follow and this is why you get off. See, where's your logic is off. It's not practical what you're trying to do. You have need to be taught again. That's what he looked at before he put them out now. He sent them out. He sent them out all in the world. He sent them jokers straight over there and said, you go to Yashron. When he told them after that, that's after they had been taught again.
Right.
Then he told them to go in to what?
On the right.
All along. You see, because they need to be taught again. I can help y'all out.
Yes, sir.
That's how important the Kid Devines are to writing.
Yes, sir.
That's how important 15 and 4 play to you that you think, well, he just read it. I just read it, but Mr. Hood gonna do the work.
That's right.
Y'all hear him?
Yes,
He
sir.
do the work. He gonna do the work. You know, right? He said, then what he do to you? He said, why me take that diamond? Ain't studying that red now and watch me go to work with a diamond. A diamond. Yeah, I mean, listen, I come sit in this seat and listen, when we get 15-4, I don't have no idea where we're going. That's what he do in your face. In your face. He's insulting your intelligence. Now, you know you smarter than Mr. Yahuwah. Why you let him do you like that? He gonna kill you dead. That's what's gonna happen. That's told.